my dude. That was after the election.
Right.
Trump and Sheldon Adelson had given him $200 million in previous campaigns. So he delivers foreign policy to the Adelson family, right?
Right.
Moved our embassy in his first term. Now he's thinking about allowing the annexation of northern Gaza and the West Bank. And you saw me fight tooth and nail against Trump because that's what I was really, really worried about.
That was
he's going to go
after
and
the
be
election.
extreme and radical to serve his top donors. On Elon, he handed all of domestic policy to him. So that's how it's worse. How in the world could it be at the same time a little bit better? Well, the way that it's better is that it's not a machine. It's chaotic. So it's
okay. Everything seems to be in working order. I don't know if my volume can be a little higher. I'm just peeking into the red, so hopefully that'll do it. Volume on the videos is good. And we'll do this first. This is Steve Alonso, the Journal of Geocentric Cosmology, or JOC. JOC. That's what that stands for. And we can put the 3D printer up there. I've started work on the circular sock knitting machine. Oh, Kitty's food's dropping. There you go. Yeah, he's going over there to see. Trying to get him trained to recognize the sound of the food dropping means there's going to be food. He's a little slow. He's an old cat. I mean, he's an adult cat, so he's not a baby, so he's not easily trained. He's a weirdo. My cat's a weirdo. I'm hoping that I won't run out of filament for this. I'd like to have the different ones. I've got files for, yeah, where are they at? Yeah. See, I've got a file for a 48 slot cylinder, 54 slot cylinder. I think the one that's being printed is 60. I'm not sure, but be able to do different gauges of yarn for different types of socks. It's gonna be kind of nice. I like hand knitted socks. Hey, Debatable D, what's up? All right, so we got Steve Alonso from, this is a sneak peek from the Blu-ray Master cut of Glerfs on Ice. So this is trailer number 5.
And we simply perform the experiment together.
Yeah, X Streamer, what is it called? Can't remember what it's called right off the hand. X Recorder. You know, you can control the volume on X Controller or X Recorder. You know, you can do that there, Steve.
Research. Now it's completely different. It's really advanced.
If you don't have the internal microphone set to a certain level, it gets an echo from the speakers or something like that.
But the sun, where
yeah, I saw that Debatable.
Not first point and stuff in.
And it is this dome refraction that allowed us to win the final experiment.
Yes, you've been on my channel. That's all they need, man. And talk about obsessed. They know that that you were in my chat without ever liking me or caring about me or even wanting to watch my videos, right?
proving
Love
the
it.
Earth to be flat. Austin Whitsitt had also been conducting scientific research into dome refraction.
And at the time, we didn't know it would be called it.
So this is supposed to be a trailer for a documentary, right? This is bullshit. This guy has absolutely no clue how to edit shit.
We just saw a dome,
I mean, is he doing the entire thing in his phone?
Parabolic dome and refractions, light shining through there and changing angles up to 180 degrees, which is fascinating.
Wait, what's this? The final final experiment challenge, number 3 submission. The flat Earth calculation method. The flat Earth approach uses simple planar trigonometry, where equator, d equator, is the distance between meridians at the equator. Okay.
His results were almost identical to all of the globe entries, which did not make sense. But
That's where it should be rising, for sure. A second ago, we were looking over.
So, yeah, this is just horse shit. Hey, hold my pocket, hey, Dakin. So, yeah, he's not good at anything. He isn't good at science. He isn't good at physics or geometry. He most certainly isn't good at fucking editing.
Support this channel. There are PayPal and Patreon links in the info box below.
So this is Quantum Erasers. Today's live stream. It's still live, by the way. Got timed out earlier. I'm surprised I'm not blocked on QE's channel. I really am. But yeah, I got timed out by Sleeping Warrior. He's a mod on there. And I got timed out. What did I say? I said the 24/7 Antarctic sun destroys flat Earth. Nice damage control though. And then the copium is flowing like water, and that got me timed out. So, and then let's see. Where did it still have my... Nah, it doesn't. When you refresh it, takes away your deleted comment anyway. But it's funny for a group of people that said, "Oh, it doesn't prove anything. It doesn't hurt. Doesn't do anything. The Earth's still flat." It's amazing how triggered these people are. How much it actually does matter to them.
We have a special guest today. For the first time on the trip.
What the fuck is this artwork, man? Here, I'm gonna hide my webcam. What is this artwork? What the shit is this? You got a bunch of rocks, and then you got a boulder with arrows. What is what's he do? I don't understand what he's trying to show. He's shooting arrows, and they're in the wrong direction. These things are going to go out into space somewhere. And hey, Joe King. But yeah, you've got other arrows shot into a rock. The fuck is he? Then you got a shitty photoshopped image of Jaren. and then some Chinese soldiers. I don't fucking understand, man. What the fuck is he talking? And then you got a silhouette of a thing out here. What the fuck is Jesus Christ, man?
Treatment. All the way from Birmingham, England. Where's those damn guns, Nathan?
I don't know. I must remove that question from housekeeping immediately.
See, they're trying to make light of Nathan getting called out on there not being any fucking guns surrounding Antarctica. So they have to do a little, I guess, damage control on that. So, oh yeah, we better look out for the guns. You said it, Nathan. You said that they were keeping people away at gunpoint.
Welcome to the first treatment. We've never done a treatment before. We just run into each other earlier today and decided, hey,
and they said no reason to cope. We never pushed the AE map. Yeah, flat earthers never pushed the AE map.
said, you want to come on the show? Let's do it. Let's do it. He got permission, so there you go. Merry Christmas.
Like you mean I said, is it all right to my wife? She was like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
And QE is just another coward like Nathan Oakley, Neil Costantino, any of them that are just terrified to come out of the echo chamber because they know they'd get fucking demolished in a reasonable debate.
Yes, sir.
Even on MDD, they'd get fucking smashed.
Yeah, I love that. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Too funny. I want to touch
I mentioned
on
that
something.
we've never actually done a show together, just you and I. So we've done plenty of Ballbusters, and I'm the co-host on that show. And originally it was you and I that came up with the idea. It's never just been you and I on a show. While we do frequently chat.
Oh, it's Hanoi Jaren. I see it. These are Vietnamese. Okay, it's Hanoi Jaren. Oh, okay.
Off air. On a phone conversation. I would assume this would be the same as a phone conversation.
Such a
between you and I.
clown.
Yeah.
And but you've introduced me as a guest, so immediately it's like I'm frowning here, going, "Guest,
Guest. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right.
You have an audience."
Yeah, I had to come up with something. It was the first thing that came to mind. You're not a guest. But you're right. This is the first time. Well, we did a few presentations back in the day, not on Ballbusters, but just presentations where it was. Did we ever do one with just me and you?
Never. I mean, you were on the show, and it would have been you and I just talking, but with normally always many people around us, right? There's always an audience.
I think we did a couple. Now, Anthony was on a few of them. There wasn't the whole group. It was me, you, Anthony one time, then me, you, Betty.
I'm going to speed this up.
Betty came in, and then Anthony was there. There might have been one or two sneaking in there. I can't remember. But that was many years ago.
Generally speaking, this is, as I'm sure you're aware,
Premiere
Here.
today, ladies
I don't give a fuck about their small talk.
and gentlemen. Let me put this up. You won't see it, Nathan. I'm not sharing this.
It's a reference to Hanoi Jane Fonda when she recorded propaganda, anti-American propaganda, and the North Vietnamese used that against us. They blared that shit 24/7 to demoralize our troops.
This is what I'm talking about.
This is damage control. What the hell? Where's my... Oh, there it is. Turn that back on. Yeah, this is damage control. Hey, Real Cygnus.
Nathan had a premiere today. Flat Earth Debate 2218, uncut and after show. Brian versus Boy Zero Sky Grifter, a.k.a. Mr. Ping Pong Golf Ball. It was absolute embarrassment for Ping Pong Golf Ball. It was so pathetic, right?
Yes, they have their little nicknames for all the Globers.
I deleted. I was going to do a treatment on that, but I deleted it. Now I can't find it. But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to, the whole thing wasn't played here.
He calls MC Tune ping pong golf balls because MC Tune demonstrated how air molecules are like ping pong balls in a container, where they bounce off the container wall and bounce off each other.
But I suggest right after this is over, you pull this up and see what a laughing stock ass
Hey, Moxie.
clown, which it actually is. It's that pathetic. And he screwed up. He screwed up with the time thing. I thought you'd catch on to that, but you didn't. Remember?
What do you mean?
It doesn't have anything to do with time, Brian. Yeah, actually it does. It has to do with time. It's how quickly something is, the time of it. You're still not getting it.
I'm still not, because I didn't actually rewatch that scheduled show from today.
Oh, you didn't watch that. You just. I get it. I got you. Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I wasn't listening to Where's the Guns Nathan either. I was listening to Taylor Swift, but the audience doesn't know that little bit of Hollywood magic, do they?
Taylor Swift. Sorry, I just played a little bit. You ain't gonna see this either. I put the song back up because there's something truly hilarious about this, and it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but when he's walking around, right? Let me see. I didn't mark the time down. Is it right here? It's when he walks in front of this table.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew MC Tune doing that would be a mistake. I mean, it's not a mistake for us. It's just more fuel that they could use to mock and humiliate him.
There's a hole right there, and he steps in it twice. And I'm just, every time I'm sitting there, well, maybe this time he'll go right to the hip. He just falls right in it, right? I wonder if it's right here. I'm sorry. It has the letters up there. Yeah, there it is right here. There's a hole right here. And he walks by one time, boom, all the way down in it. And then he's pacing back around and forth, and he falls in it again. I'm just wishing the second time goes right into his hip. It just cracks me up, man. And another thing, where's the gun, Nathan? I keep on thinking, where's the Deuce 7 offsuit McBooger Eater? That's the words I put in there. Because this is all Deuce 7 offsuit. And he doesn't even realize it.
What? It's what? What the fuck did he just say? What the fuck was that?
7 offsuit McBooger Eater. Again, Nathan, I keep on thinking, where's the Deuce 7 offsuit McBooger Eater?
Deuce 7 offsuit? What the fuck is he talking about? Does anybody know what the hell he's talking about?
That's the words I put in there. Because this is all Deuce 7 offsuit. And he doesn't even realize it. That's what's truly hilarious to me. I just welcome into my world.
I mean, you can't really expect much in the way of like communicability from a guy who like who presents shit looks like it was done by a 5th grader. Hey, Clarence. Hey, Escape Kid.
World.
It's just cope, isn't it? It's inconsequential to us, but hilarious at the same time.
Oh, it's inconsequential to us. You're spending an awful lot of time on something that's inconsequential. See, that's what they're telling their viewers. It's inconsequential. It doesn't mean anything. It triggers the fuck out of us, but it doesn't mean anything.
It's like, in his mind, when he did that, he's like, I'll get him after putting the phone down on me being asked about measurements. I couldn't quite believe my ears when he said it on his own video. He tried to deflect with measurements, end quote tune. Like, oh my God, you're really going to allow your audience to hear that? Okay, fair enough. Where's the guns it is? I don't know, man. I'll remove it from housekeeping, like I said at the beginning. You know what I mean? So, holy.
Yeah, and it's like laughing it off. You know, when a person's accused of something and you go, oh yeah, I robbed a few banks. Yeah, oh, big deal. That's what they're doing here.
Straw man, Batman. You're like, bloody hell, did you really have to trawl through 8 years ago videos to find a comment that I left to hold up that straw?
Yeah, it wasn't just one comment, Nathan. You said it several times.
Straw man went after putting the phone down on me. I mean, Jesus, you had to build the courage with your 24-hour son down in Antarctica to actually join the show. And when you did, you couldn't but help put the phone down because I'm asking you about your 10K challenge measurements. And then lo and behold, another bit of joy. Brian relinquished his requirement for a $15,000.
See, Nathan's trying to... What the hell? Sounded slow. It's hilarious how they're dealing with this.
Fee or whatever he asks for. has suddenly appeared on McToon's. Props, Brian. You were absolutely epic.
Yep.
Held him to task, showed what a complete ass clown he is, how little he knows about science, and told him about his flat Earth measurements. If you were here, I'd high five with you, Brian.
Yeah, you've been told about flat Earth, about globe Earth measurements. There's no flat Earth measurements, Nathan. None.
And epic, because I trimmed that out immediately. Oh, you're measuring Earth flat again, are you, there, Toon?
No, he's not. The 24-hour circling sun is impossible on a flat Earth. So he doesn't have to measure anything, man. That wasn't the reason they went. So there was no failure in measuring Earth's curve. That wasn't the purpose of the trip.
Thanks.
But they say it should have been, so they failed.
Wonderful.
Right out of the gate with it last night on a modern day fiasco. Everyone's figuring out now what I've been telling them for years. It's not a debating platform, and the moderators are morons.
No, it is a debating platform. And that's why you're terrified to go on there, QE.
We found
And keep in mind, what Brian did last night, he normally charges $5,000 to debate him. He thinks that what he did on Modern Day Debate is worth $5,000. He thinks that kind of performance is worth that kind of money.
finally figured that out. What a colossal train wreck of a dumpster fire that was. I didn't listen to all of it. I couldn't. It was too much chaos, right? There wasn't no sense. I seen the first part. I seen McBugger Eater come
See, even QE thinks that Brian fucked up so epically he couldn't even bear to watch it.
out with his predictional proof from his globetard model that he doesn't have.
What do you mean doesn't have? The heliocentric model is the scientific model of Earth, dumb fuck. See, they keep saying that. Oh, they don't even have a model. And they don't even understand their own model. Well, if we don't have a model, how can we not understand it?
No predictions either, and what he's putting up is elevation angles. You can't make this up.
Now he's putting up angles measured down from zenith. So that's what he did, QE.
You can't. Like, from the gods every time the guy opens his mouth at the moment. Just thank you.
Oh, and by the way, they think you can't measure an elevation angle on a sphere. They're that fucking stupid.
Toon, thank you just for existing
Hey, RT96.
at the moment. How wonderful that you've got flat Earth elevation angle measurements so beautifully plotted out on a flat piece.
Yes, that's one of QE and Nathan's tactics that Brian was using last night. Is don't address the question, complain about how the question was asked.
Piece of paper to tell Brian about the angles. You couldn't make it up. It's just ace.
Oh, guffaw!
No, you can't make this up. It's right out in front of everyone too, and it was painful.
Yes, it was right out in front of everyone. Anyone who had an open, honest mind could see that Brian lost. Brought nothing, absolutely nothing.
Watching, I'm telling you, it was painful watching it just go right down the tubes for Modern Day Debate. Not that I was sad or anything, but just the pathetic nature. Hey, James, cunts, you are a pathetic moron, sir. You've always been that. But thanks a lot for showing everyone last night. Appreciate that.
And James, you've got Hanoi Jaren with the icing
See, they are so triggered about that.
on the cake with his statement about his beliefs. Not believing in proof, eh, Jaren? Oh, what a way to exit stage right.
Yes, they will say whatever contradictory statement they have to make their fucking audience believe what they believe in their fucked up flat Earth. They will do whatever they can.
I think we're going to get into some of that today.
Oh, cool. Brilliant. Don't know how Dave's feeling at the moment. Like I felt when Jaren turned on me, I guess. When he's slagging him off, calling him a liar. talking about how he's misrepresenting proofs. Hey, Dave, when you say that the stars have got nothing to do with measuring the Earth, well, surprisingly, you can navigate your way around using elevation angles based on a flat plane.
No, we don't do that, Nathan. First off, we use GPS, dumb fuck. And no, when you use a sextant, you don't use elevation angles from a flat Earth. You don't do that, Nathan. The Earth has absolutely nothing to do with your elevation angle.
In terms of what you've ascribed yourself to, those lights in the sky, Jaron's actually right. You know, hijacking that idea that what the lights are isn't what we are, like looking up at the trees, and you decry how this proof seed doesn't affect you. Bummer when you got an A map on your little app there, eh, Dave?
That is the
When you got a little A map on your app there, huh? So they are claiming the A map. So they're saying that Dave's hypocritical when he says that, when he has the AE map to contradict him, right? Am I reading that correctly? But the AE map doesn't prove anything, right? It's just that nobody's claimed it.
crown jewel of it all. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to put myself in Jaron's position or anyone. I know it's really, you got to get really stupid to do that and be dickless. But how do you, this guy was involved in debunking the AE map in 2016. Now, you were the primary, you and Antonio Subrats. Adam was along, our Adam Meekin here, and Globe Dumpsters Bob and Jaron. You guys debunked the AE map in 2016. I'm gonna have to ask this question. How do you join up to David Weiss's clock app that has a debunked AE map right on it? How do you do that? You've debunked, you were part of.
I don't think that anyone signs up to be on his app. Dave just links videos from different flat Earth channels on his video of the day. I mean, I've got the app. I haven't installed it on this phone, but yeah, I bought the app when it first came out just to see what it was about and to debunk it and have a good source of content. And it was a good source of content. But no, you don't have to sign up to get on there. He'll just put you on there if he thinks it'll help him.
How do you do that? I don't know. It's the contradiction of contradictions.
Yeah, just started to settle, and there's certain people out there that have remained here, presumably because even though they don't have the standards of proof that we have, they still know.
Standards of proof that you have? What the fuck do you have, Nathan? You got nothing. You got nothing but logic, and not good logic at that. So you don't have shit, Nathan.
It's flat. You could call Dave Weiss an instance of that. That means that if he is hanging around, then he needs whipping into order. That is to say, he needs to start actually not making us look like idiots with Freemasonry and upside.
You don't need help, Dave or Nathan. You don't need help at all. You make yourself look like idiots just fine without Dave.
Down church logos and 666 and all this stupid crap that makes flat earthers look like complete idiots. He needs to start getting some decent arguments if he's going to carry on around the circuit. Same goes for Whitsitt, same goes for Mark Sargent, same goes for Patricia. With Patricia and Mark.
Yes, Nathan thinks he's the arbiter of what every flat earther has to do. He thinks he sets the rules for flat earthers. So funny.
They've already started to see the treatment that they're going to get. We will be reaching out to them individually. I've reached out personally to Whitsitt and Dave. QE's reached out to Mark. It's Mark Sargent, isn't it?
If you call that reaching out.
Right, we're going to have to whip these guys into order. We've approached every one of the people that we've discussed, some at length, some we've had some success with, some we've had more limited success with, and now it's
When he says whip into shape, he means bully into believing like him. That's what Nathan means.
time that this should all come to a head. So people who I have considered friendly with, I've sent stern messages to people.
See, Nathan probably tried to bully people in real life and got the shit kicked out of him. So the internet's the only place he can be successful at that.
Like Dave, people like Mark, we've had on shows, not personally had them on, but gone through what they're saying. And, you know,
And just his show, it's the only place he's successful at it. Because everywhere else, he doesn't have control over his mute button or his block button or his kick button. He doesn't have control over people, so he doesn't go out of his echo chamber. The last time he did was like when he talked to Conspiracy Cats, and he got totally fucking destroyed.
the case of Mark, I know you've sent him a message, which maybe we won't go through specifically. You know, you've contacted him personally. Maybe I'll get in touch with Patricia after the fact. Who knows? But it's one of those that I know damn well I'm going to be asking these people to promote my book soon.
I know he beats his kid. He's proven that.
Before I do, I'm going to be going, well, you're flirting wrong. Here's how. Now, previously I've approached Mark. He was the first.
Flirting wrong.
He didn't, to be fair, have very much from me in terms of you need to be doing a better job with science.
So there's rules for insanity now?
It was just you're using this azimuthal equidistant map and it's debunked. And Mark's excuse, and
Yes. It's not a flat map. It's not a map of the Earth, Nathan. There is no flat Earth map because the flat Earth doesn't exist.
he's maintained that this was perfectly reasonable.
I mean, we've been trying to tell you that for years.
Was it's a teaching tool? No, that isn't the world. I know what a reification is. He explained to me that he understood. In other words, he listened to me. I was sat literally in front of him, by the way, when this actually occurred. I was in literal person with him. I did it with him. He gave me his justifications, and I accepted them. And I've defended him ever since because he was conciliatory enough to recognise my concerns and alleviate my concerns enough by saying, I understand where the line is drawn with this map. And he's been, every time I go to Mark, he seems to have been careful enough with his words. Go, no, you get away with it this time, Mark, and every time since. And that isn't necessarily the case at the moment, but, you know, Mark will always get more of a pass because he's basically a great bloke. And listens. You know, he's not a prick that just gives you the hand wave and tells you he's out on your boat like Dave Weiss when you try.
No, Mark Sargent is a lying asshole. He promised he would delete his channel if someone sent him a specific photograph he wanted, and a lot of people did. And Mark still has a channel.
I teach him about science, which I've tried with Dave Weiss, failed with Dave Weiss. And then he's stuck the knife in after Jaren did. Well, now what do you know? Jaren's sticking the knife in Dave. Oh, isn't that sweet, Dave? That guy you defended, you backed the wrong horse, Dave. Now you know how I felt. But what do you know? I'm not going to turn on you and tell everyone that you're not watching me like you did. I'm going to actually reach out and try and educate you again about science so you don't make us all like numpties going forward talking about 666 and upside-down church symbols. Clown shoes nonsense that we shouldn't be talking about when we know Earth's measured flat. You can do better. I will whip Dave Weiss into shape. Mark Sargent's already halfway whipped into shape. Let's be honest. Shastir and many others will fall in line. But we have to take charge of this particular opportunity. We're unaffected, and therefore we've come out laughing at the other side, at the other end of it. We knew from day one what it was. QE summarised it beautifully earlier. I will summarise it again for anybody who's just joined us. The affirming the consequent formal logical fallacy that if Earth is assumed to be a ball and we travel antipodal to Antarctica, south, then I will observe a 24-hour sun. We do observe a 24-hour sun. Therefore, my antipodal assumption of a ball that I assumed before I observed anything is true. AKA an affirming the consequent fallacy. The same was true for flat Earth. It doesn't need to be summarised because it's not proven to be useful to affirm the consequent with, because a 24-hour sun was observed. Inconsequential to all at flat Earth debate, highly consequential to be.
Why is it inconsequential, Nathan? For years, you said, first off, you can't go there. And second off, it would prove the globe. You've said this, Nathan. Why are you backtracking, motherfucker? Why?
People who had an invested interest in garbage maps like the azimuthal equidistant projection that was debunked in 2016. Any of the people who backed it after the fact knew it was. They were there debunking it with us, weren't they? Or maybe they just weren't paying attention. Who knows?
Oh, give
We told
me a
them.
break.
I told them.
Yeah. Say again?
I was saying I told them personally. Many of these people over the years I've approached, and net result normally, well, with the exception of Mark Argent, is you get called a scammer, a grifter, told you're an idiot, told you're backing scientism, whatever. That's what your normal response from Flurfs has been for me. Very detrimental every single time, from Bob Nodell through to Witsit, Jaron, Dave, all of them. Highly detrimental every single time I tried to approach this subject. Now, you all look like clowns, don't you, dicks? Witsit, Jaron, Dave.
No, you're the clowns because you still believe in a flat earth. That makes you a clown. That makes you an uneducated, dumb fucking piece of shit clown. And now you're like totally reversing what your claim was, right? Because you've been beaten, motherfuckers.
Mark, to a certain extent. Sorry, Mark. Can't help it, mate. Not your fault. I'll back you as much as I possibly can. But you're still ending up looking like a bit of a clown with this map. Not me. I'm out the other side laughing. Making more money than I've ever made on YouTube. Can you believe it? Yeah. So I'm all right. You guys.
Making more money than he's ever made on YouTube. So when Nathan says he doesn't make a lot of money on YouTube, he's lying.
It's all right. You made a boat out of all the other chumps that are now.
When people accuse him of being a grifter because he lies to people for money on YouTube, and he says, I don't make that much on YouTube, how can it be a grift? He's just admitted that he was lying when he said that.
Now, yeah, what's the word?
He's admitting that the grift is very ludicrous. Or lucrative. Not ludicrous, lucrative.
Gagging for your blood. Well, none of them are gagging for my blood, right? Because we understood the fallacies and tried to identify them for an audience, most of which are deserters us because you clowns, with your clowning 666 and your ethers, your scientisms, and people into buying a $5 app that made them all look like clowns every...
With your scientisms. What the fuck is a scientism, Nathan? Scientism is the language that scientists use. And I guess you would mock that. Because that's basically a language of intelligent people.
Single time flat Earth gets mentioned. All right, did you know there's a 24-hour sun? Be the response.
What? Whose book? Nathan? Nathan has a fucking book? Joe Pesci approves. Yeah, fucking a little Neil Cosentino.
For every numpty dipshit. None of the people who worshipped at the altar of Witsit, Jaron, Dave, and many other numpties be able to offer any semblance of a rebuttal. They won't even know what the argument actually is from the globe side and won't know to ask if the person asking them understands how it does actually pretend to prove a globe. They won't.
No, it does prove a globe, Nathan. Because only on a globe... Oh my God. Only on a globe can you have a 24-hour Antarctic sun. Because on a flat Earth, Antarctica is an ice wall and cannot receive, well, according to your physics, cannot receive a 24-hour sun.
You know to ask that question. Like we'd have trained them to, had we have had some semblance of...
I mean, actually, if you think about it, the 24-hour sun has to work on a flat Earth everywhere. But of course, it would never be dark anywhere. So to say that the 24-hour sun debunks flat Earth is not 100% factual.
Leverage in the community that was full of dipshittery. People preaching about bloody 666 and Baphomet and Freemasonry, which has its place. Most of the people talking about it don't know anything about it, shouldn't be talking about it, leave alone associating it with flat Earth. Oh, yeah, that's my rant over. We have to take charge, though, is the point of that rant.
Hey, Fairy Muff, what's up? Glad to have a new name.
Educate people as I tried to in the first instance about science. Where we are educating the audience as a blank canvas, starting afresh, not just pointing out how fallacies work, but educating them in the basics of how science and the scientific method work. That's natural science. That is where we'll have to educate all of the people around us who are names in Flat Earth that have made us colloquially look like
That they have to educate people.
idiots, basically. Now, luckily for us, we tried to shield ourselves from all that crap by pointing out how the fallacy worked, and it was successful. In fact, positive for me. What about QE? I haven't conferred in that. He's not interested in it when I've tried to. He's not here for the numbers. I am. I'm trying to make a living out of it. So it's very, very uplifting when I do financially well out of something like this. God only knows I didn't think that would be the case, but it has been the case. Luckily for me. But, you know, what I'm talking about is getting the bigger names, if you want to call Dave Weiss, Whitsitt, Jaron, if he does actually hang around after his 666th video telling everybody that the Glock model works. I mean, that's something we could focus on. 666 videos! Yeah, Earth's measured flat.
No, it's not, Nathan. You're a fucking retard.
Get with it, you bunch of numpty clowns that want to conspiratard about everything. Earth is measured flat.
Nope.
Shout out Super Chat, Vitaly Z. Sorry about that. It was a little while ago. Greatest song. Happy holidays, everyone. Thanks, Vitaly Z. Appreciate that. All right, so we're going to get into
Hey, next bro.
this video. Shout out to Neil, our Neil, and Ballbusters. He threw this video at me a few days ago. I've thumbed through it, and I thought it was the parts that I thumbed through, I must have hit on some good parts. Hopefully it's all good and like the parts I hit, because the parts I hit were pretty darn good. So everyone give a shout out to Neil right there. Nathan, you're already in it. Go ahead and join QE Live. You know the routine.
Do I have to actually do things?
Well, you have to
Okay.
join QE Live here in Discord
Taylor
so
Swift then.
you can watch the video with us. or is that it? You leaving? You see it? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, it's got a black screen. You're not going to be seeing much here. Tell me when you're good.
I'm already here. I thought that was clear.
Oh, you're already good? Okay. Okay.
Just
All
do a
right.
sound check.
Yeah, this print will be done about midnight.
Just let's see if I can hear it.
Do a little 5-second
No, I don't do impersonations.
run.
Sorry.
Here we go. 5 seconds. Oh, I better turn it down too because you told me about that. Let's go right about there. And we'll be asking for a sound check out in their YouTube land. So here's a $5.
So you should have got a folder that looks like this, but make sure you're watching the Antarctic.
Good?
I'm good. Hopefully the audience is all good. I don't doubt they are. Let's crack on.
Let me check first. Here we go. Yeah, you got your popcorn out. Give me a thumbs up, somebody, and then we'll roll. Appreciate that. Mark J, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
that's good.
Yep, we're good. All right, let's get some background here. Like I said, Neil threw me this video. It was 3 days ago. It seems that there's a dumbass rooster in the hen house over there in True Earth. And Mr. Rocks Cause Waterfalls is having some problems. I don't know whether it's just with his True Earthers. I don't know that relationship that they have. You know what I'm saying? Or whether it's flat earthers, actual flat earthers, or I don't know. So let's see if we can get some information on that. Here we go.
The surface finish on this thing is fucking impossible. I can't see a layer.
Nathan, you want me to stop? You know the routine. Stop. That'll do it for me.
No worries.
So you should have got a folder that looks like this, but make sure you're watching the Antarctica GoPro Hero, this one here. The don't.
But I mean, keep in mind, these are people who don't think perspective can exist on a spherical Earth. That's how dumb they are.
Watch the.
I think this was his GoPro footage or something that he's doing for cash, right? To his VIP 2 offers or something. I think that's what he's talking about here.
720. It's so bad that it just is.
So yeah, it brings up doing it for cash. If you go to the video, you'll see a super chat. He also takes. See, where is it? Yeah, you got PayPal, Patreon, super chat. Yeah, so when they criticize people for making money, they're pieces of shit.
It really broke up the whole thing. So you'll be happy if you got this one here, and that one there will play.
And especially if they complain about stuff being hidden behind a paywall, because that's all Nathan Oakley does now is membership only. So you might want to talk to Nathan about that shit.
Play for you. Well, it's 90 gigabytes, 90 something gigabytes. So you gotta give it some time to download. But let me get this up.
Hypocrisy and dishonesty are the necessary antecedents to becoming a flat earther.
There we go. Just to show you a little bit of it.
They're on time. Our plane leaves 9:15. It's cutting it close.
So basically, it's just you going on the trip with me.
As long as I don't get stopped. I do have a bunch of things in the bag that shouldn't be in there.
And here's us as we get on the plane.
You notice it is raining. This is for you, Mark Sargent, who already started planning our memorial before we. Let's go. Let's board the plane.
So fun. If you haven't had a chance to see this now, you should have saw this before you mouthed off. All you who have no brains, which is a good vast majority of flat earthers at this point.
Now, true earthers, you're talking about true. You would have sent this to your true earther. I think the true earthers were giving him a lot of problems. I think that's what the scenario is. From what he's talking about, the context must be the true earthers.
No, he's talking about you, QE, you and Nathan Oakley and all the rest of them. That's who he's talking about. You dumb motherfuckers.
Not flat earthers, Jared. Idiot.
I still think
we'll get into that. By the way, if you think that flat earth makes you a better person, boy, are you wrong. We could go through some messages that I've gotten the last couple of days from people.
What?
Hold on, that's a category error.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, it's a category error.
like some psychological assessment of people's mental stability or empathy or it's none of those. If Earth being flat is a measurement of Earth's surface with respect to things like stars, surveying, traveling on that plane, for instance, pitch data. Those are the things.
Pitch data
that associate flat Earth with flat Earth. Who you are and what you are has no consequence whatsoever on how Earth is measured.
Is he some type of Nancy or something? You know.
I don't know. You guys say it doesn't matter. It's inconsequential, but you're fucking dedicating hours of fucking live streams to it. So, what are you, Nancy?
They're just not good people. You know, the flat earther. Yeah.
Yes.
What?
No, flat earthers are lying scum. They are not good people.
What the hell are you?
Most of them are racist, xenophobic, homophobic, lie about medical issues, putting people in harm's way. Just horrible, horrible gaslighters, abusing their children by lying to them about science. Yes, horrible, horrible people.
What are you talking about? Like Nathan said.
And you're like the main man, QE, you and Nathan. You're like the main guys, the most horrible people on YouTube.
Saying if you think flat Earth makes you a good person, it's like saying if you think weather makes you a good person. Like what? No, I was just talking about the wind and how windy it was. If you think that makes you a good person, then you're so wrong. No, I'm just noting how the weather is. What are you talking about?
There's a difference between weather and being a flat earther, Nathan, and you know this. You know that. See, being a flat earther entails that you lie about science, you mislead people, you call people names if they don't agree with you. People who believe in weather don't do that. Not because of weather. So shut the fuck up, asshole.
That was a very strange comment. That's why I stopped it. Yeah, and speaking about the weather, you know, it's partly cloudy and high of 75 today, and the winds are coming out of the counterclockwise.
People I don't even know. This one just came in from Lauren Nicole. Do you know who she is? She wrote.
One more thing. One more thing. Now that we've actually assessed it for its non sequitur idiocy, well, now we can point out the actual purpose of it.
See, Nathan just throws out words, fucking fallacy words, thinking that they're pertinent. It's hilarious. He doesn't understand logic. He doesn't understand fallacies. He spews them constantly. He's just a fucking turd.
Which is to poison you, the numpty audience that's bought into this flat earth stuff that Jaren's about to relinquish you of shortly. Yeah, that's for you. That you know that you're stupid and bad, and why would you think that this community that you've absorbed yourself into make you good? You're not. Just so you know.
Yep. You're terrible people, flat earthers.
Yes, you are terrible people.
He wrote me and said, sell
Yep.
out. So...
See, these people, that's what I'm saying, the context. I'm trying to catch up with this. The context is that the people who are emailing him know him, right? They're their VIPs. He's sending, they've paid to get the footage. It's his own people that are doing it. That's what I'm getting out of it. Unless somebody can correct me.
Classic. Don't know who this person is. Have no idea who they are. But I'm a sellout.
Okay, this one he doesn't know who it is. Got it. But the majority are your people.
I guess because if you tell the truth in the truth community, you're a sellout.
Do you know that he has an email address there, Quantum Eraser, that anyone can send an email to?
If you lie to people's face.
Where's this truth community? Where's that? Do they have a phone number? Nathan, you got the address, email address to that? I'd like to talk to you.
1-800.
What's the address of the African American community or the Polish community? What's the phone number to those? You dumb fuck.
100. No guns.
And stroke their egos. You're a hero. So, how about that for being in the truth community? Pretty embarrassing, as is most of what I've seen the last couple of days. So yeah. Anyway, we get on the plane. We
yeah, I saw that ferry.
Definitely fly to Antarctica. To those who messaged me and said I was in Alaska, you're retarded. Impossible. We were clearly in Punta Arenas, and we clearly flew. As you see here, where's that compass? I just saw it from Wendy level.
Hold on. I believe I'm going to say this. I'll just preface it. I couldn't give a crap whether he was or wasn't there. Let's just get that absolutely clear. I do not care if he was or was not in Antarctica. So far, nothing he's offered has actually proven that. Let's just be clear about that. There's you. Prove it. I mean, I don't care if you do. I don't want you to, and I'm not going to suggest you offer it me. I don't want it. I don't care. Just based on the standards of evidence, you haven't actually done that. Just to make that absolutely clear also.
They have GPS tracking that puts them there, dipshit.
Doesn't matter anyway, whether, like you said, whether they were there or not. It's.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter. So this live stream is over 3.5 hours long so far.
It is a nothing burger. That's what. It's just what it is. At best, you're confirming a logical fallacy. You're actualizing it on one side or the other. You're within a false dichotomy. It's not an experiment.
No, it's, what do you mean a false dichotomy? It's not a false dichotomy. The sun either is able to be seen 24/7 or it's not. There's no false dichotomy, stupid, you fucking chicken shit. They're so afraid of reality. So terrified.
Experiment. At the very best, you debunk azimuthal equidistant globe projection. That's at the very best, with which this idiot.
Yeah, you didn't debunk flat Earth. With standards that we said would debunk flat Earth. Well, standards we had before you decided to go.
Right here, Mr. Rocks Cause Waterfalls was involved in 2016. I don't get it. Hello? Somebody? Anyone?
Thank you, Wendy, by the way. Keep passing. I just keep seeing it and it goes by. You could watch the back of the plane there. You could watch the... Oh, there's...
Yeah, flight logs. Of course.
Nope, that's not it either. I have a compass in here I'm trying to show you. But then you see that within 2 hours we are now...
It would take them a lot longer to fly from Punta Arenas to Alaska than it would from Punta Arenas to fucking Antarctica.
Now flying over this. Did I cry on the trip? Absolutely.
That's not shocking.
This is one of the most amazing sights I'd ever seen. Far and away.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. QE is also a big manly man. Hey, Rodman.
As we...
I flew over Iceland quite a number of times. That was the route that I always take, right? And it looked a lot like that. Just depending on which part they were flying over.
We go further here, we start putting in our gear.
So you're claiming they went to Iceland? You know, Iceland is mainly green, right? Hey, West Side Girl reacts.
We start seeing mountains.
Christmas blanket.
Thing is getting closer and closer.
Now, I'm not saying this is Iceland, okay? And we were much, much higher.
Then why bring it up?
37, 40,000 feet. So that's not what I mean.
Sit down there.
And we land right on the ice.
You land? Where else would you land? In the mountains?
Huh?
This is the point where I sold out right here. I'm just kidding.
Hey, Leaf.
So, for those clowns who think there's a sound stage, yeah, the plane just flew right into the doors opened. We flew right in there and said, let's begin this act of defiance. Of course, that makes no sense. We meet these guys here at the camp.
Getting a briefing on the latrines. It's a good idea.
And
by the way,
yeah, when I was in school, that was the whole joke that ADMA that the teacher had. It in Greenland is icy and Iceland is greeny.
Total of 5 hours.
It also depends on what time of year, but
there's 5.5 hours of footage. This is us dying here, basically, as we had gotten no sleep. We're going to go through that kind of timeline a little bit. There's Austin. There's
Mr. Ping Pong Golf
more
Ball.
of us. I actually got on a La Bamba plane. Oh, Donna. Oh, Donna.
Yes, they describe gas molecules as bouncing off each other and the walls of a container, but they deny an example of that being ping pong balls in a box being thrown into a box that are bouncing off each other and the container. They mock Toon for demonstrating that like that.
I did that.
You did that? Oh, Donald, in your case, right? Oh, Donald.
Press. We flew around for a little while. We have the gift shop footage. We've got sun footage. We've got me burning holes in paper with magnifying glasses. We got Duffy. Oh, that's not Duffy. Kind of same body structure. But that's the girl telling us that we all had to...
Wow, that didn't get a guffaw.
Leave a day early. There's Duffy as he gave a presentation. There's Toon looking like, I don't know what he's wearing. I don't know what he's...
That's a McBooger. That's like a special McBooger eater mask.
No, that's a nose warmer, you dumb motherfucker.
I think it was Dirk Nowitzki. We've got some bike riding. We've got Dave McKeegan teaching us about the alt-azimuth mount.
Azimuth map. Huh?
We've
Oh,
got
azimuth mount. Got some questions about that, too. I brought that up.
And no, it wasn't an azimuthal mount. That's a equatorial mount.
The other day. I'll table that for now.
More fun. There's
And it's funny that QE didn't catch that. He's so brilliant and all.
Mark. Great time.
Oh, no. Hold on, no. Why does that not get mentioned? If we're talking about altitude and azimuth, right, we're talking about flat earth proofs, aren't we? You saying you'll table it?
No, you're not talking about flat earth proofs, dumb fuck. Altitude is how high something is. Azimuth is what direction you're looking. What a dumb motherfucker.
No, the specific part of that, what you're going to talk about now, that's not what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, it kind of doesn't matter. It seems like Jaron's about to make a sharp exit anyway. It's like, why aren't the flat earth proofs being pointed out? He mentioned a compass earlier when he was on the plane. He said, I've got a compass.
Because there are no flat earth proofs, Nathan. That's why.
But don't think we're going to show it, or I'll show it, and then he didn't. Whatever. It's like, well,
I don't mention ninja squirrel skydivers because they don't exist. See how that works?
these are flat earth proofs. The plane itself, we've been talking about pitch data. I know your
And if you had any kind of intelligence, you'd understand that pitch data is bullshit.
pointing out that he's in there affirming the consequent, he's part of the fallacy, he's actualizing it, right? That was your point on it.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like, where's the flat earth proofs being mentioned? Now, it's obviously not the case that Jaron's there to do that, because he's not. In this video, he's at his leisure, he's presumably critiquing his own footage. That is...
And it's interesting. Greater Sapien came out with a video yesterday or day before that I agree with. He said MC Toon failed. MC Toon went to challenge the globe, to falsify the globe, and he failed to do that. When I saw the title of that video, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then he explained himself. And yeah, MC Toon failed to falsify the globe.
His leisure, he could be pointing out any of these flat earth proofs. He's not.
No, he's more concerned. No.
No.
He's more concerned with proving to his subscribers and his VIP members that he was where he said he was. That's what this is. Follow?
Maybe. Yes, I do. I did say that on one of, I think it was Russian vids that was critiquing it, and I put a comment on his. I think it was actually about Witsit in the same regard, which is to say that here he is. He's in front of.
It sounds like Nathan Oakley is trying to speak posh.
The cameras, and he's talking about an affirmation of his presence in Antarctica. He's proving to the chat that he's there in Antarctica. He's talking about.
Sounds like fucking what's his name, Gorka, Sebastian Gorka.
Picking up snow and Vapegate and all this stupid nonsense. It's like
he sounds like he's a northerner who wanted to learn how to talk better. So he watched a bunch of American movies from like the 1940s with people speaking using a metropolitan accent.
Position. That is to say where he is. Just confirming I'm in Antarctica. Why? You know what I mean?
I mean, he sounds like a Gumby that's trying to be posh. That's what he sounds like to me.
Have you not got half a brain cell in your head to actually do what you do as a flat earther? Oh, you're not one.
Yep.
Why would I expect anything like that from you? You're not a flat earther.
Yep. We knew that a long time ago. What the hell is Vapegate?
Don't ask.
Yeah, I'm not. Here we go.
Anyway, and then we fly out of there. So if you want to watch the 5.5 hours, give it a couple days. We'll probably put this up on my channel. For now, it's for the people who contributed, and they are getting to watch.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's for
What are you talking about? Are you going to criticize Nathan?
for his people.
Watch it for the
No,
first
no, no.
couple
See
days.
what
Yes, the same way that Nathan has his live streams behind a paywall for his subscribers, his people. So you're going to criticize Nathan?
I want to see what he says about this compass, right? What is this compass? Is it ball shaped? South down.
No, it's round. So that's not one of those floating ball compasses, Nathan. That's not one of those.
He ain't gonna say anything about that compass. Why would he?
And then we will release it.
If it's a good compass, it'll be weighted. If it's from the north, from the northern hemisphere, from where he brought it, it would be weighted on the south end of the needle. Because the compass doesn't point north, Nathan. QE. The compass aligns itself with the magnetic flux lines of the Earth.
So definitely behoove you to watch that before you make
If you use a compass, think you're going to get to the north, the geographic North Pole of the Earth, you're going to get lost.
insane accusations of not being where we're supposed to be, being some sort of a
It's
fake
weird.
sun
It's
or
weird.
something. No, that's
I know.
We got screen. We've got the compass on screen. We should be talking about flat Earth and directionality and how it's two-dimensional and north and absolute directions. All these things that could be proving a flat Earth aren't.
North absolute direction? No, there's no absolute north direction, Nathan.
Getting mentioned, but while the compass is on screen, he's doing the same thing.
And they aren't looking north, Nathan. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm here in Antarctica. I'm here in Antarctica for those that said I wasn't. All he's interested in
Yes.
proving that would benefit the actualization of the false dichotomy and affirming the consequent.
The false dichotomy and affirming the consequent.
Yes. Isn't it quite obvious? You know, I don't have any problems with them being in Antarctica. I never had an issue with it. You keep on telling me you're in Antarctica, you're in Antarctica, you're in Antarctica, when it's obvious that you're probably in Antarctica. I'm going to start questioning him whether you're in Antarctica or not. Just like we were talking about before. Remember?
Because he brings it up a lot. So you keep bringing up the fact that the Earth is flat, or you keep bringing up that the Earth is flat. Do you really think the Earth is flat?
The poor sap. He kept on saying, this isn't scripted. I'm serious. This isn't scripted. Well, why would you speak about an inconsequential event to that length? You say it 2 or 3 times. Guess what? It's scripted.
Or Witsit saying, you need some.
So if you repeat something 2 or 3 times, it's scripted. Okay.
Somebody who's trustworthy, and I can be trusted. I'm trustworthy. And after about 2 or 3 repetitions, you're like, this man's not to be trusted.
Oh, he's a liar. Yes, exactly. You got it. Yeah. Too funny.
the sun. Without a doubt, the sun is in the sky. It does circle your head. It circles your head for about 4 months there.
That's astonishing. And
it debunks flat Earth. Any idea of flat Earth, it debunks flat Earth.
We talk to employees. We talk to people who've been there 17, 18 years in a row. These are not actors. These are not.
Who said that? Was somebody complaining that those people were actors or something for him to be saying that?
Yeah, your cult did.
Yeah. He's not just conjuring it, is it?
Trying to make it seem that way.
No, that's the general consensus of your other cult members.
If he's saying that, what was the period he said? Did he say 4 years? People have been down there for 4 years.
No, 18 years.
That statement does make Robert Shortman's testimony highly questionable. Then does?
Yeah, because he's a lying sack of shit. Roger Shortman is a liar. Nathan, he lied to you.
Isn't it?
In what way?
And you say you have a impeccable judgment of people. He lied to you, and you didn't even know it.
According to Robert Shortman, who was there for an 18-month period, his testimony was such that there was no 24-hour sun to observe, or he'd have observed it and noticed it.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Right. He lied to you.
Ergo, his conclusion was there wasn't one. According to him, there's people that are down there for 18 years.
No, they don't.
Like-
No, they don't stay down there. They only stay down there for like 4 or 5 months at a time, and then they skedaddle,
Right. In the summer.
tear everything down, and then they come back for 4 or 5
Sure.
months. So not 18 years. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying no. But what I'm saying is, in that period, it would cross over with Robert Shortman's time down there.
Sure.
He's spent at least 2 periods that Jaron is now suggesting, according to first-hand testimony. No, for a 4-month period of the year, that would mean that there was at least 2 times that Robert Shortman was in extended periods of non-stop daylight, and lied about not noticing that happening.
Yeah.
according to
Hey, Clarence.
his
See-
testimony.
I see what you're
See?
talking about now. Yeah.
Hey, my mom bakes cakes. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I did.
You weren't the only one to talk to Robert Sharpman. I talked to him also. Now, I didn't interview him. He was on Robert Bassano's show, right? And Robert built him up a little bit. They were talking about because I think he was a plumber. He was a plumbing contractor or something, and if I can remember correctly. Because I never watched your interview. Only the parts were played.
My video is called Confessions of an Antarctic Plumber.
Yeah.
Because the way he got to go down there was as an employee, and he was the one working the heating systems and the plumbing.
Yes. Yes, I personally talked to him. I wasn't all that interested, but since Robert brought him on, I don't even think we were live. I think we were just, chit-chatting back and forth, and I said, so you were in Antarctica? And he said, yes. I said, is there a 24-hour sun in Antarctica? And he said, no. That was the end of the conversation, and I dropped it from there. Because it was a nothing burger to me back then. It was interesting to talk to him. He seemed like a trustworthy. I didn't know him though. He just popped in.
He seemed like your average nerdy guy.
Yep.
That would be the kind of guy that's number one into plumbing,
Yep.
and number two would go, I'm going to jump at the chance of going to Antarctica, and therefore made it so for free. In
Yeah.
fact, he got paid as the plumber. And you go, okay, so when he approached me, I met him in Oxford at a meet and greet that Antonio and I had arranged. And there he was, and you get chatting, and he's like, I got interested because I've been down in Antarctica. You're like, really? Bloody hell. Yeah, I was a plumber down there. And you get chit-chatting, and you're like, wow, that's a really amazing story. Did you observe a 24-hour sun? No, I did not. And then you go, right, well, would it be possible to come and do an interview? Yeah, no worries. And at the time, you've got like maybe 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers, and you're getting...
Yes, joking. Witsit needs FE to survive. It's not that it pays the bills. It's that his emotional state is so fragile. He is so weak. He said this. He needs the flat earth. He needs the earth to be flat so he doesn't feel like an inconsequential speck flying through endless space. He said that. So that's why Witsit needs it.
150 people
His sanity depends on it.
watching your live streams, and he comes on and he chats about his time down in
Yeah, good point, Clarence. If it was scripted, he wouldn't say it 3 or 4 or 5 times. He would have said it once. It would have been better scripted.
Antarctica for 2 or 3 hours. And obviously there's key questions that I want to be asking, because even then, everybody's intrigued in whether or not the azimuthal equidistant projection will pad out to be true or not. And according to him, well, seems like it might, because there's no 24-hour sun according to this guy.
Correct.
You go, okay, well, let's have a look and see how we can affect.
So according to a flat earther, there's no 24-hour sun, but according to all the other people who are neither flat earther or globe earthers, they see a 24-hour sun in the now. So who are you going to believe, Nathan? Of course you're going to believe the flat earther because you're a dishonest sack of shit.
Confirm it with our positions of the sun, and we'll just track our sun position, sunrise, sunset, and solar noon, and see if it matches with time and date, and where people affirm that the sun is actually in its location.
Time and date uses the heliocentric model, uses that math to calculate time and date, right? Or sunrise and sunset, right? Nathan, you know that, right? They use a globe projection to illustrate it.
And as soon as you find that it doesn't match up with the azimuthal equidistant,
And if you take that globe projection and you put it around a globe, that line that goes like that becomes a dividing line, dividing two hemispheres.
I remember the moment that Antonio said that don't match. And my heart sank. I remember it like it's yesterday. That's it. It don't
it's
work.
over. Yeah, the map.
Right, I remember because he said,
Oh yeah, Union, New Jersey is where they had that where they were getting that weather information, not Union Glacier. Because I went to Weather Channel, typed in Union Glacier, Antarctica, and it didn't come up. The Weather Channel doesn't do weather for Union Glacier, but they do weather for Union, New Jersey, which is what it defaulted to. So these assholes were showing weather for Union, New Jersey, which is like 20 or 30 degrees above zero. And obviously not the weather in fucking Antarctica.
didn't say it's over, but I knew what the implications were the moment it happened. He's like,
That's how dishonest they are.
don't match. Like, oh right. And you're like, well, the map don't work then. She's like, yeah, that's it. It doesn't work. And I remember him telling me. And it's like, I don't know what time it was. It was probably 3 a.m. for me. Somebody's solar noon somewhere south of the equator. And you're like, oh. And it's obviously anticlimactic. But I vaguely remember maybe Bob Nodell was there as well, actually, when it happened. There was a fair old amount of people around when it happened. And Antonio had to break the news, and he's like, that don't match, that don't work. The map's wrong.
Yep.
So we've confirmed that it doesn't. He said it in a way that was like kind of positively spun. We've confirmed that it doesn't work. You know.
Yeah. So the globe projection was debunked in 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a accurate flat Earth map, yeah, it was. But it was never debunked as a projection of the globe.
At that moment, that was it. From that moment on, being as Jaron's harp, I know later in this live stream he's going on about how bleeding honesty is. Well, I was being honest. I had to be honest, and being an honest man. All right, it's like you said earlier. All right, so prepare for some stinking bullshit.
Yes,
right, Jaron. But yeah, I mean, in terms of that, not that I'm now going to have to repeat myself just to get us back on track, not because I'm repeating how honest I am. In that instance, I can't remember what I was bleeding talking about now. What was I babbling on about? To be honest.
Yeah, Antonio Subrats when he came.
Oh yeah,
in,
about the map.
Yeah.
From that point forth, right? It's just when you hear somebody else punting it, you feel obliged to tell them it's wrong. I actually know that doesn't function correctly. You know, and when I did it with Mark, it was like I say, really early on, after debunking it basically. You have to sit down with him and go, why are you using this globe projection?
Yeah.
It's wrong. It doesn't match. Mark's like, oh, but people who come from the globe have no way of conceptualizing what a flat Earth could be unless they've got this to look at. And I need it as a teaching tool to offer them that so I can take them out of that paradigm.
Oh,
and I'm like, oh, that kind of makes sense. That was how he spun it to me.
Yeah, that's the end justifies the means. You never do that. Never. That was a bad choice.
I swallowed it then, not so much now.
No, not for you. Not from you. No, from Mark. No, Mark. You don't do that. And this is the lesson. Everyone's feeling the lesson. Not from you. It's not all your fault. I'm not saying that. But the end doesn't justify the means, sir. Ever.
In the interest of balance, this is all your fault, Mark Sargent.
No, it's not. Let's get going.
People that are there for the sole reason of confusing flat earthers. Okay, we were gaslit. We were lied to again. And we'll get into that. We'll get into who is the actual only shill that exists. There is only one.
What? What is he? Nah, I didn't thumb on this one. What the hell is he talking about? Okay.
I scanned through this, and I didn't catch all of it. We're going through it chronologically, so it's a bit, I don't know what's going to necessarily come next, so who knows? Could have some shockers.
Yeah, we're going to have some shockers, I think, because there's one and only shill. Who might just leave it out there. I wonder who that is.
Let's see what we got here. We do have a quote just to put things into perspective here. Let's go with this quote. And then we're going to get into the Q&A. Feel free to ask questions now if you want. I'll go through them when I get there. We have this quote to start us out. If I can find the thumbnail quote. There it is. It's by good old Theodore Roosevelt, who made it quite clear when he said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds."
Whoa. Wait a second. I know this quote. You know where this was read to me? Infantry basic training.
You mean basic training in the Army? We don't have infantry basic training. We have basic training.
What
No
the
offense.
hell? Say
Who
again.
cares? Why are we getting this? These are
And QE says his MOS was 11 Bravo, which proves that he was a sniper. Everybody's base MOS is 11 Bravo until they go into their chosen field. So, yeah.
aren't his words. Who cares?
And basic infantryman is an 11 Bravo. So every basic infantryman, every person who doesn't have an MOS other than infantry is an 11 Bravo. So that's not proof that you're a fucking sniper. Snipers are taken from the ranks of 11 Bravo, but being an 11 Bravo does not prove that you're a sniper.
Where's he going with this?
Yeah, who cares?
Let it go. I like it. Of course, you have to. They were definitely indoctrinating me there. I was quite aware of that, but this stayed with me. I always remembered this. There's a little twist on this too. From Teddy, it goes something like the gray twilight. It's not in here. I don't see it, but okay, let's roll it. I don't know where he's going with this.
Deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actively in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do these deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms and great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's calling you a piece of shit, Nathan. It's calling you a critic and not a soldier. That's what he's calling you. Someone who stays in their little echo chamber and won't come out. Then all you have is your fucking little mouth.
Words rattling around in my head, Jaron, and you always seem like a freaking hero.
Wait a second. Is he trying to? Let's let this. Wait a second.
Yeah, he's calling you a coward, basically.
Is not going to do what I think he's going to do, is he? Let's OMG. Go ahead, do it.
OMG. What are you, 8?
That's a vast majority of you.
The vast majority of us are the doer of deeds. Well, thank you.
No, the vast majority is the critic. That's who this is about, the critic.
I know that. Thanks.
Monday morning quarterbacks.
Yes, he's going to do it.
Where did he get Monday morning quarterbacks out of this from?
Because you refused to go, you cowards. You refused to go, and now you're criticizing people that went. That's what he means, Nathan. Are you not smart enough to fucking get that?
Talking about the critic, the critics. He's putting all his two UFOs in the critic corner, and
no, he's putting you in the critic corner, dipshit. Are you not that fucking smart?
And guess who Jaron is? He is the face that is marred by dust, sweat, and blood. That's what he's.
Yes, he's the one that went in and got his hands dirty. He's the one who went in and did it when you chickened out like a little bitch.
He's getting ready to do it. Let's hear it.
who find it impressive to sit around and say, "Oh, Peyton Manning had a wide open receiver in the end zone right there. He just didn't even throw it to him."
Huh?
Yeah, because you're sitting on your couch and you weigh 350. Big difference.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Dude, this is so pathetic. What do you think?
Yes, what you're doing is very pathetic, Nathan, or Quantum Racer. What you're doing is very pathetic.
Think you are? Your face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood. What on earth? Dude, you just got on an airplane, right?
Something that you refused to do and chickened out on.
Flew a little ways. You had freaking stewardesses with their tight little skirts rubbing your hooves and bringing
No, there was no stewardesses on the flight.
you hot chocolate. Then you had
Aw.
all your snivel gear
Listen to the little critic talk.
packed up. And when you got off the plane, you donned your snivel gear. And then from what I heard, whined like a little girl the whole time you were there. And it was only for like a day.
You mean like you're whining right now?
You're
What a piece of shit this guy is. Seriously. Quantum Eraser is about the biggest pussy on the internet.
not. Your face isn't marred by dust, sweat, and blood, you friggin' moron. What the hell is this, dude?
He's freaking Scott of the Antarctic, doesn't he?
Oh my God,
So the cowards are laughing.
he's hijacked the valor of this quote. I can't.
No, he hasn't hijacked the valor of a quote, dipshit. What the fuck are you talking about?
What? You wuss? You half a sissy, Nancy, you.
Really? You chickened out, motherfucker. You little pussy boy. You Nancy. You chickened out. You're calling someone who actually went there? Had the real opportunity to risk his fucking life to go there? And you're going to call him a Nancy? You pussy. You little fucking pussy. You punk ass bitch made motherfucker.
Dust and sweat and blood. That's what your face is marred with. Freaking Little Miss Muppet could have done what you've done. And
You didn't, did you? You fucking coward.
not even whined.
Then why didn't you, big man? Huh?
Standing on her head. My God, what a wuss. You friggin' pogue. My goodness gracious.
You're not doing shit on Sunday. Nobody's coming after you to tackle you.
That's a good question, RT.
You are a good for nothing watcher. There's
Yep, that's what he's doing. Yep.
Yeah, he's calling you a good for nothing watcher.
Yep. I can't speak. I'll just let you embarrass yourself.
No, he's embarrassing you, QE. You and Nathan and everybody that was on the list that chickened the fuck out. That's who he's embarrassing.
doers in the world and there's watchers. Most of the critics are pathetic watchers. Speaking of that, I didn't even contact Snatchyketa, and Z first. I wanted to make sure that they are caught up because if you didn't know, I have beat writers now. So basically, no matter what I do, if I do this show, tomorrow, they'll then take all my words and go through them piece by piece. And
Like we're doing right now? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, like pathetic pieces of shit do.
dig deeper into what I say. So I wanted to make sure they're caught up to where I am so that I didn't get too far ahead of them and then everything would get confusing.
What?
So it's pretty cool when you get to this level of, I don't know what you call it, but you've got men who are on your fucking jock all day and just basically spend their life talking about yours.
Like Nathan and Quantum Racer. And every other flat earther out there.
So let's get into a little bit
Well, there's a lot to talk about with you, isn't there,
A lot to cry about.
Mr. Rocks Cause Waterfalls?
You need a hanky there, Huey.
I mean, if anyone would just step back for a second, right? Just step back and look at the big picture.
Uh-oh.
Where has your dumbass been, Jaron? Right? Where have you been? Behind the curve? Right? Sacrificing the actual flat earth? I mean, are you that stupid to be unaware? And then now you're in another hit piece. I mean, give me a break, dude. You can't be this stupid. Let me take that back. Yeah, I guess he can. I don't know. I'll leave that up to the watchers.
Bit of a poem. It is Christmas. We don't want to forget that. But we are waiting for this.
Did he say he has a poem? Let me go back. Sorry.
No, he said he has a poem. I don't know what a poem is. How do you spell that? P-O-A-M? Or P-O-M-E?
About yours. So let's get into a little bit of a poem. It is
I guess that was a bit of a beat.
Christmas. We don't want to forget that. But we are waiting for this thing to download, and it is taking forever. Goodness gracious. I wonder why everything's taking so long. This is,
We're going to pause it.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Not stupidity. Right, Adam summed this up beautifully in a jape about you. So we were talking about what would happen if one of us wasn't here, right? If we never had existed, and we started off with you.
A jape? Who the fuck talks like that, man?
We were like, well, we wouldn't know what science was. We'd all be talking about scientism, and we'd probably have bigger, better channels because we've become more useful as idiots, fighting against some of the tosser that's also saying they've got science and haven't got science. So our non-science versus their non-science would mean we gain popularity. Therefore, actually having good discernment, which is what I...
What the fuck are you talking about? You wouldn't know science if it slapped the cock out of your mouth, Nathan. You or Adam Meakin.
Summarised it with, I japed was reason to cast you out of our lives because you've caused us financial harm. But that was a joke.
That's a unique.
Anyway,
That's a unique take on little twist right there. That I wasn't ready for.
I was only for humorous. The point being that Adam was saying, well, that's the cost of having good discernment. Like, well, originally...
What? You don't have good discernment. You just don't. It'd be like a guy walking up and wearing plaid pants, a striped shirt, polka dot jacket, and a bright pink bow tie saying he has discernment.
While he was saying this, I was like, is this poor counsel? Is to say, I'm very grateful for the people around me. I've got people like you, Brian, Adam, Neil, often, believe it or not. People might think, Neil. Yeah, Neil's good counsel. You'd be surprised.
Neil's an idiot, man. He's a Joe Pesci wannabe.
Our everyman. As much as we take the mickey out of him, won't belabor the point. Brian, Adam.
Remember Joe Pesci in what? Die Hard, not Die Hard. The number 3, where he's like their sidekick. That guy was way smarter than Neil Constantino.
All of them, they're all very useful, and it's good to have them around. Huey especially, right? The Grand Poobah, if you will. So, in the case of Jaron, you just go, is this because he hasn't got people like that around him? Counsel him and give him good advice and tell him what is a good idea to do and what isn't. On the other hand, it's not that, is it? It's a lack of discernment. It doesn't come down to whether or not you'd have people to ask about it. Your base judgment should be there, and in this case, it just isn't. And I don't think he's fundamentally stupid.
Well,
I just think he's got poor discernment.
I'm not going to sit through. I am not going to sit through Jaron's poem again. I'm not going to do it.
In terms of how it's been...
I mean, it was clever. It was kind of cool. It was cute. The first time I heard it.
Mapped out on what it's been extrapolated from. That's what we preach, right? The flat Earth measurements that the whole system's based on.
No, you have no flat Earth measurements, Nathan. Stop saying that. That's a lie.
If you want to take it as read, you can. If you want to take it as a system that is useful for better predicting the positions of the stars in the sky, as it's used for to this day, then you can.
What? No. There's nothing about the flat Earth that's used for the positions in the sky. Nothing, Nathan.
The problem only comes when current society is a reification of that maths. Predict the cycles. So I'm using what Jaren used.
Reification is one of his favorite words.
Way of using the word prediction.
He thinks a reification. He thinks the model of the Earth is a reification. Not understanding that a model is measurements of the Earth.
By pattern recognition and documentation. Now, in terms of what they've done, they've tried to unify several systems together in heliocentrism. Now, whether or not that's possible, I don't know. I'm not trying to map the stars with respect to a plane and the measurements therein. That's what's been done.
No, that's not what's been done, Nathan. That's the exact opposite of what's been done. You're a liar, Nathan. You're a feckless fucking liar.
When you know that, you can't walk away from the flat Earth that's been measured to achieve that. You know that the globe's based on the Earth being flat and measured.
See, he keeps saying the flat Earth's been measured, but he can never come up with measurements. I've asked him several times, and he just can't do it. Every time you ask him for a measurement, he says something about you being gay. That's what or people don't want to fuck you. That's what he's told me. Say, where are your flat Earth measurements, Nathan? Please post a link to your flat Earth measurements. That's before I was blocked on his channel. Please post links to your flat Earth measurements. And he just says, oh, no woman wants to fuck you. That's his answer.
Measured as such to achieve the globe as a maths. The patterns. That's all it is. That's where we're at. If you want to say, well, it's flawed, yeah, you better be my answer to that. I've always admired the beauty of the heliocentric system and the out-of-the-box thinking that people like Copernicus and Kepler had to apply to come up with it. Problem isn't the maths or the paradigm itself. It's the reification of that paradigm.
No, there's no reification of a paradigm, Nathan. The heliocentric model is a representation of all that we see, all that we measured, all that we've experienced and observed. You're a fucking moron.
It's the reification of that maths. There's an implied dark hand that creates this need to suggest that there's a globe lie. What globe lie?
An implied dark hand? What are you talking about, you paranoid piece of shit?
Lie. The globe is just a way of describing a unified system for the lights in the sky based on flat Earth measurements. Notice how as a flat earther I can make the globe sound totally benign. Because it is. It's not got some hidden hand promoting it. We need to cut this shit out. Right at its core, it's buried in deep, innit? An Alabama tick, right, QE?
The thoughts of Nathan Oakley are not necessarily conducive to the thoughts of the whole panel.
Or intelligence.
This globe lie idea, it's bullshit. Right? The paradigm in its reification hasn't got a hidden hand and a dark soldier that you've got to fight with a big sword.
World, it took a lot of planning and a lot of people, and they were able to pull them off and fool the world. For example, the Beachy School in Connecticut, the running thing in Boston, right?
Why are we here, Dave? My God, you need the Adderall.
More for
you're playing it, dumb fuck. You put this video on.
This, it's got nothing else.
What do you mean? Why are we here? You put us here.
Else, right? What I've heard this by chance. I don't know why. I happened to have watched what Jaren was reviewing, even though I've scanned past it when Jaren was covering this. Right. Anyway, I know what's coming from Dave by chance, and he's about to launch into his usual rhetoric of non-related numpty nonsense that could get thrown back at you, the listener, by Jaren. Right? As I say, I've analysed, I've perfectly summed it up. Dave is now lining up pins. These are the pins. Once you adopt this rhetoric from Dave Weiss, Jaren can slap you with it like, real hard and fast. And that's unexpected, because you wouldn't expect someone that's on the side of Jaren, his mate, that he's supposed to be able to call in an instance.
Nathan really loves to hear himself talk, doesn't he?
Sorry. Right? It doesn't come from somewhere that you're expecting when Jaren slaps you with all this nonsense.
It takes him like 30 minutes to say one sentence.
And calls you a conspiratard. Picks one of the rhetorics from one of the numpty nonsense spewers. What did he have on me and QE? Mute button? Scammer? Okay.
Yes, you're a mute button using scammer.
Nevertheless,
as you said, you make plenty bank on YouTube lying to people for money.
The point is, ultimately, he's going to slap you with your nonsense if you're going to use nonsense. Seems like that's Jaren's purpose in being here.
Was thousands and thousands of people involved with those, right? And if you don't,
Thousands and thousands of people involved? Thousands and thousands, Dave? Can we just be honest? Do you think there was thousands and thousands of people involved in Boston?
It's just hyperbole.
Gives
You
a
know,
shit.
from your boyfriend McBugger Eater.
Say what? It's what, Nate? It's what, QE?
It's just hyperbole.
See, this is what happens when dumb motherfuckers trying to use big words.
Thousands and thousands of people involved in Boston?
It's just hyperbole.
Hyperbole. Hyperbole.
Hyperbole.
But it's spelled hyperbole. So I guess that's how you pronounce it, right?
Hyperbole. Hyperbole. Hyperbole.
People involved in Boston?
It's just hyperbole.
Gives
You
a
know,
shit.
from your boyfriend McBugger Eater, this is just hyperbole. It has nothing to do with honesty. This guy has no.
And he didn't miss say it the first time. He said it the second time.
Discernment skills whatsoever.
Thousands and thousands in Sandy Hook?
Oh,
I think
boy.
you're just saying shit.
I want to check the filament. I started this with a partial roll. I want to see how much I have left.
Yeah, that's what people usually do when they say things.
Yes, but I don't
Doesn't
mind.
even
I
have
don't
any-
care. Hold on. 'Cause I am going to go in literally 1 minute. This will be
No,
the
you're
last thing I'll
not.
say. I am. But I will give my last.
I think I'm
thoughts.
good.
It's my final thoughts. It's during your time. Anyway, right. You've thrown me completely now because I've forgotten what my final thought was going to be. No, that was it. Flat Earth Dave. Feel free. Just regain your position as DITRH, right? Deep inside the rabbit hole of bullshit that's unassociated with Flat Earth. Go back to doing that. Make this as a chance to walk away. Yeah? If that's what you want to do, because that's what you peddle. All you've done is turned your truther rhetoric into Flat Earth Dave spewing the same truther rhetoric about Sandy Hook, Boston, and 9/11. None of it's related to Flat Earth, Dave. You couldn't be asked to learn any of it.
See, that's why they get their channels shut down. Oh, all flat earthers get their channels shut down. Yeah, because you talk about other shit than flat Earth. You violate the terms of service deliberately and then play the martyr. Play the victim.
I tried to teach you about the magic trick, the deception of the globe with science. You weren't interested. You just want to use the same old bullshit, right? You're an old dog that can't learn new tricks. Yeah? That's the problem. Who wants to carry on parroting is deep inside the rabbit hole garbage that was from 15, 20 years ago.
You're going to have to stay here
I'm going forward a little bit.
for a second. Let me.
This will not be a 4-hour fucking live stream of Nathan Oakley and Quantum Eraser.
Look inside. I got to check out the ceiling so we can negotiate the floor.
Wow. Yes, you have to do that with Celestial Navigation. And Celestial Navigation uses the shape of the Earth in its calculations. So why wouldn't you look at the stars?
You friggin' idiot of a retard glue sniffer, Jaron. This is basic stuff. Basic.
Yeah, that's basic shit you learn in 3rd grade, man. What happened to you? You should have learned this in 3rd grade, motherfucker. What happened to you? No Child Left Behind?
Ground squirrel level reasoning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah.
By the way. Anything else?
Just because you say differently, just because you're stealing a saying that we had to tell people you cannot say the sun is a sphere and so we're a sphere.
Oh, my God.
You've just taken that, stolen it, and misapplied it. So you want me to lie then? That's what
you are a liar.
No, you're a liar. Well, he is a liar, but you're a liar too, Quantum Racer. You're a liar too. I would say you're a bigger liar than Jaron.
So is your spooning buddy Witsit demonstrated?
Homophobic reference.
Both of you.
You guys want. This is what Flat Earth has become.
The Flat Earth hasn't become anything. It's still Flat Earth.
No, there's no such thing as Flat Earth. I keep telling you this. You're not smart enough to understand it.
Just morons walking around it. And you're the poster child.
Well, I don't like what Jaron said. He told the truth. We don't tell the truth here in Flat Earth. We lie.
He's just naive. He has to be some sort of special stupid. My God, sir.
Proves our understanding of the sky. And so they ran with that, said that Flat Earther goes...
That just makes me laugh every time I hear a Flat Earther call someone stupid or naive or ignorant. I laugh.
...to Antarctica, and
I knew from day one, I said, if I'm honest, I don't give a fuck what they do.
Because you're naive. You're a moron. This already happened to you. You're boning everyone in Flat Earth. You
Why are you yelling, man?
utter moron.
You triggered a little bit? See, Kiwi has to assert his dominance as the alpha male of his pack.
My God, do I have to put it in Braille and shove it up your dumb ass?
That wouldn't do any good. Why would you put it in Braille? What the fuck? You really got to work on your metaphors, man.
Let's look at them on this, though. What a clown you are. Get the fuck out of here. I told you to leave a long time ago. I should have asked.
No, a clown is someone who uses more than one color in a fucking email presentation. That's what a clown is.
Escorted your ass out.
A clown is someone who puts emojis into a scientific presentation. That's what a clown is.
Out here myself in 2017. You hearing me, cathexis? Yeah. Should have done it.
I don't care. I'm sorry. I cannot prevent people from doing whatever the hell they want to do.
Oh, my God.
I can prevent myself from being dishonest.
Finds out that it's round. And then they show every...
Round and flat aren't mutually exclusive, Dave. Again, we're...
Yeah, they are. They most certainly are. See, dishonest sacks of shit like you say, well, you say it's round. Well, a circle's round. A circle's also flat.
Right around the fundamental...
And you're a big doo-doo head.
Level, first grade fundamental levels, you still ain't got it. How long you been out here?
Come here, monkey.
Article has the disc floating in space, so misquoting and strawman images, nothing new under the sun. If you expected anything different, you've lost your mind.
Right, and we put up with this for 9 years.
Oh,
Jump
my
up.
God.
Come on.
9 years. So why lose your mind
There you
now?
go. There you go. There's a kitty.
There,
Kitty.
You can't talk to somebody like this. It's not getting through. It's like explaining Trig to a 3-month-old. It would be lost on Jaron. He's a retard.
Right?
Yeah, you don't know trig, man. You don't understand trigonometry. I don't either, but you too. You think the sun can set on a flat Earth with the sun 6,000 miles over the fucking overhead? That's what you think.
And so it's the same thing another day, right? Now
Actually, Quantum Racer has made the statement that humans do not get energy from food or water.
I'm going to get into a couple of the green screen.
That's not hyperbole. That's a quote.
The issues, you guys have seen this, where everyone's like, what the hell is going on here, right? What's
Thank you, Dave, for at least being honest enough to point out that that's actually proof that there is no green screen. Because if there was a green screen, then that wouldn't be there. And he explains that.
There's the
bright
fly
as crap
back
out
there.
They can barely see their screens. They
What lie?
didn't notice it, okay? I'm not giving
They don't understand green screen either.
him enough credit to think of that. If he did thought of it,
He didn't think of it.
If he did thought of it, good English.
It was actually the worst moment for Duffy. When he realized that, when people were saying, oh, they're saying it's a green screen, and Duffy's like, what? No way. And then somebody showed him about it, and he's like, oh, God. No, don't tell me. Because he does all his videos in green screen. Didn't think about it. It's so bright there, you can't even see your screen. I can never see my screen. He couldn't see his laptop. Let's keep going.
Could be going to jail.
What does he say?
The guy that showed up out of nowhere, the millionaire preacher.
What do you mean he showed up out of nowhere? Do you realize that no matter what, that would be the thing that somebody did? How did they not show up out of nowhere?
+2.
Did he fall from the sky? I mean, well, that is showing up out of nowhere. So you're making a point of something that is required. If somebody comes into
It's required. Yeah. I'll let it go.
flat earth conversation after you, then they showed up out of nowhere.
In his crappy little church that all he cares about is settling the debate, even though he's under federal indictment.
No, he's not under federal indictment.
Indictment? Where's your...
No, he's probably being sued in civil court for some kind of trade fucking bullshit that every fucking trader gets fucking sued for sooner or later. But Will Duffy is not under federal fucking indictment.
Evidence of that.
If anybody should be under federal indictment, it's you, motherfucker, for your fucking totally unsecure fucking app.
Yeah, is he under federal indictment? Why would you say that?
No, he's not. Because Dave's a liar like you, QE. He's a liar like you are. That's why he says that shit, because he's a disgusting garbage human like you are, QE.
I don't know if he is or he ain't, but if he's not, it's not a good thing. Dave.
Well, at least you've got that. At least you got that right. That if he isn't under federal indictment, it's a bad thing to fucking accuse him of it.
Or are you just going to gaslight and lie about people?
Could be going to jail.
Could be.
Throws that in. Has a little ender for that one. Oh, boy.
You going to jail, huh? You want to make a bet on that?
See, we have to remember Dave saying that when it comes out that he's going to jail for fucking selling people's information and shit.
He said, I just did a little quick Google search and I found a dozen videos.
I still say that Dave, this is my little conspiracy theory, is Dave is actually a CIA plant sent in to spy on flat earthers. And they created this app for him, and he just pushes this app, and people sign up for it.
And he did. he found a dozen videos by another character put into place, which works for TFE. No, not works for TFE, works for Union Glacier. Anyone remember?
Works for Union Glacier. Union Glacier it's sentient and intelligent? Does the Union Glacier have jobs for everyone?
So if I say I'm a cook and I work for Fort Polk, would that be an accurate statement? Fort Polk is a entity that hires people, that has an infrastructure. You stupid motherfucker. See, he's trying to sound intelligent, right? But it's just not working for him.
This is just nonsense.
Remember his name?
He does not work for Union Glacier. How many times are you just
Oh
going
my
to say
God.
Uh,
words?
the guy that
How many times are you just gonna say words? Isn't that what people usually say? What would you like him to do? Grunt?
You might understand him a little better.
that
Do you understand this is not okay, guys? Because this is what you're doing is in.
Hey, your pal Al. Yeah, QE, Nathan Oakley, those are two humans that I actually hate. I don't hate many people. I don't hate a whole lot of people. I dislike people. I can do without people, but there are very few people I hate that I reserve that emotion for. Dave is another one.
Inflammatory.
Anyone who lies on this level, I absolutely fucking despise.
Anybody who's a
Flatzoid's another one. PJ Crookshank. Anybody on that? Anybody in that fucking panel?
earther who's watching this is buying every
I guess there are quite a few people I hate. Oh well.
bullshit thing you're saying.
What?
I mean, in comparison to the amount of people I know, there's very few people. Yes, I got tickets to the Hyper Bowl.
Buy anything from you half-wits. We never did. We just sat back and laughed at you. People, see,
I got 50-yard tickets right on the center field.
Jaron can't think of people with like a second to third grade
Jesus fuck.
intelligence acumen. He thinks everyone's like him, a stone cold glue sniffer. That was a stupid statement. Unbelievable.
Dang. No wonder they're coming at me and calling me all these names. Dave, you are inciting it. You could have come to me and said, can I see your 6-hour footage so that I can eliminate some of the garbage I'm going to say?
Yeah, good point, RT96.
camp for those guys so so the sun wouldn't go behind the mountain because the sun would dip behind the. But there's a lot of mistakes being made. All right.
I mean, why would you think
I mean, it's just part of the paradigm.
that you from your house could have more info than the people who went? You didn't ask me a fucking thing. You just lied and told people that I don't answer your calls, which is false.
Seeing
3
further.
months. You haven't called me once.
Here's McToon, and his shadow goes this way. And they're like, well, look at this shadow. It's going this way. Well, if you look at this is a table, and that table is tilted this way, right?
He points out that the
look
shadows
at her
can actually
shadow.
do that, right? Good job, Dave.
It's going in the opposite direction. Is that sun local? Well, it is on the sunlight. And this is how we.
Well, this is real hardcore down here. You guys were really suffering. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys with their shirts off.
Nobody said they were suffering. They just went, and you didn't, you pussy.
This is.
What? Hey, Karen B. Once said if gravity was real, it would never rain. Because there'd be no water to be. It would hold all the water down, and you wouldn't have water vapor that's affected by heat rising. I got you.
This is excruciating.
God damn it. Oh, my fucking Lord. I mean, it hurts. It hurt. It's somewhere like here. It just is pain.
Conditions. Ass clown.
In a few minutes, all right? So this will be, this thing will be, the sun will say on the wall right there, the air. It looked like it was physically floating in the air, right? So this is.
What the hell is this glue sniffer on about now? What is going on here? I'm not following.
A cool projection, you know, just using a curved dome. Well, Joe.
Does he think that wearing a hat with no brim, like a backwards hat or like a Kanga hat backwards, or does he think that makes him look younger?
You got your superfluid up there. You got all sorts of stuff. How we see the luminaries in the sky.
Oh, we already dealt with Joe's superfluid in the sky.
May be something that we're never going to fully understand, but
No, you will never fully understand that. I'm positive of it. Do they have any idea what it takes to create a superfluid? How do you create a superfluid? To create a superfluid, you need to cool a substance, most commonly helium, either helium-3 or helium-4, to extremely low temperatures, near absolute zero, causing its atoms to behave in a single quantum wave and essentially eliminating friction within the liquid, allowing it to flow without resistance. You can also do it with carbon dioxide, with CO2. It takes less pressure. But yeah, it's usually done under pressure. You can't have a superfluid without pressure.
Or
we're trying to figure it out, and we have some options, right?
We have some options to do what? Figure what out? In the sky, you have no options. Zero. All in the second law of thermodynamics violation. That's it. That's all you know.
Drink thermodynamics.
Figure what out? In the sky, you have no options. Zero. All in the second law of thermodynamics violation.
Thermodynamics violation.
That's it. That's all you know. And that's all anyone will ever know.
Yes, space is a violation of the second law of thermodynamics. That's why we can't go there.
We can zoom in on it.
The other thing is, people are.
You can zoom in on them.
Gen X toupee. Awesome.
Like they got
word.
there when there's domes. Some people sent me pictures of domes in Antarctica. These domes are like 20 yards across, 50 yards across.
What's he talking about?
Right? Those guys were clear.
He's talking about the geological domes in Antarctica, in the continent of Antarctica, that dumbass flat earthers like you, QE, mistaken for the dome that covers the entire flat earth.
Clearly, if they were in a studio, it was miles.
I like how they play dumb. It's like, what is he talking about? Who farted? I don't know. Not wasn't me. I don't even know what a fart is. Ugh.
Across. I think they were in a tens of miles across situation.
Tens of miles of cross situation. What the hell does that mean?
What's thermodynamics?
Hell, what is he talking about? Did he actually say that? Wow. Oh boy.
Where the
feigned outrage, feigned shock.
With the Earth, I don't think a studio was built. Right. So here.
That was good. That was like freaking Pet Detective. Let's check this out again. Who is this?
I don't think a studio was built. Right. So here.
That's pretty hilarious, dude. Who is that dude? I can't see it, dude.
Hey, Joe Black.
I can't see it. Too blurry.
Short. Very short.
What do we got? Octopi?
Another one of these
TikTok?
TikTok guys is
No, you have an octopus.
It's just lost.
There's not two of them. That's actually a reflection.
These guys are not good content.
And actually, those are paintings of an octopus on a plate.
Did we lose Victor? Anybody?
I thought you were going to show something.
Honestly, pretty funny about this final experiment is that Globers think they're upside down on a cartoon ball spinning around, and that's why the sun's moving in the sky.
Yes, except for the cartoon ball part. It's not a cartoon. It's Earth. If you go out of your house, do you see a cartoon? If you see a cartoon, you might want to seek help.
Flat Earthers claim the sun's moving in the sky.
See, I don't know how to do these TikTok things, right? I don't know how to take a video and do the thing. I don't know how to do those. Hey, M-Ball. I don't know how to do those videos, or I do them. I think I'd be pretty good at them. Oh, the best guy I've seen at doing those things is let me try and find him. Where is he? I'm subscribed to way too many channels. Yeah, this guy. Milo Rossi. See, I don't know how to do these videos.
There were no mummies. Every time I hear this argument, it makes me want to impale myself. There were no mummies discovered in the Great Pyramid. QED, it must be a giant power plant or some other bullshit. Let's see what those crazy archaeologists think. Theory is that grave robbers took the mummy. Yeah, no shit. Your first thought seeing this thing is, where's the mummy? Do you not think that that would also be the first thought of literally every single person who has seen this in the last 4,000 years? The box seems...
He's good. I like him. He is awesome at that. But I don't even know how to do those videos. I mean, I've looked on TikTok and there's not like any kind of a filter. I can't figure out how to fucking do it.
That's why it looks like the sun's moving.
I'm not smart enough. I think it's like the mosquito tone, right? Your ears degrade in a predictable rate. There's a test that they do, and they play a certain frequencies of sounds, and predictably people can't hear the right sound, hear certain sounds based on their age. I think that's what it is. It's like this button. It's your eyes. Your eyes work that way too, with like TikTok and Facebook and shit. If you're too old, you don't see certain buttons to press. I think that's it. So I'm too old and I can't find the button to do that.
Globers claim it's actually not moving relative to the position of the orbit, and you're actually on a cartoon ball just spinning around, and that's why it looks like the sun is moving. And then you guys have the audacity to say that we're reality deniers.
Because you're missing the point.
Yes, you're reality deniers. We present you with reality and you deny it. We've given them a mountain of evidence and they deny every single fucking bit of it. Yes, they're reality deniers.
How's he missing the point?
The point is not, the final experiment wasn't to see whether the sun is moving or we're moving.
Nope.
Fair enough.
Clearly the Earth is stationary.
Well,
no, it's not, Jared. Jesus fucking Christ, boy.
At least you got one thing right.
Clearly it's stationary. No, it's not. It's not. It isn't, Jared. Your buddy Bob proved that. Twice.
The final experiment was checking whether or not there's a...
Thanks, Bob.
24-hour sun, because I've been saying for 9 or 10 years that there isn't one. Now,
right.
If you weren't saying that, then don't worry.
Why would you say that? Why would you line up on either side? Why? Well, you don't think. Well,
Because he's not a pussy ass bitch like you, QE. He makes claims. See, only a pussy like won't take a side.
who really cares what you think or don't think? I mean, do you have any cowbell?
I don't even know what the sun is.
Is there any substance? What's your little guess?
It's like, so what are you doing? You're not on any side, QE, right? You haven't made a choice, right? But you haven't you? You're just criticizing him for nothing. You're criticizing him for what you are.
Your little thoughts? I doubt it. Zero.
Worry about it. It doesn't affect you. For me, I can no longer, in good faith, teach the AE map.
Oh, that's it. You're toast. You're a liar, sir. Let's rewind that.
Okay, listen to what he said, QE. Listen to what he said. Right?
It doesn't affect you. For me, I can no longer, in good faith, teach the AE map.
I can no longer, in good faith, teach the AE map.
Oh, that's it. You're toast. You're a liar, sir. Let's rewind that. Yep, that's it. That's it for you. You friggin' scumbag of a liar. Listen to this.
How is he a liar?
Now, if you weren't saying that, then don't worry about it. It doesn't affect you. For me, I can no longer, in good faith, teach the AE map.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let me guess. He's going to go back and find where Jaron pushed the AE map.
just said he can now no longer teach the AE map.
Right. That's how does that make him a liar?
Couldn't you now no longer teach the AE map in 2016 when you're a part of the group that debunked it?
He still pushes the AE map as the flat Earth.
Sir.
And when did he debunk the AE map? When was that? I don't fucking remember that.
Just train wrecked yourself. No, what did you debunked it again? That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye, Jaron. He's a liar. He's a liar, or he's dumber than my cat's litter box. Does everyone get it? Want me to play it again? Yeah, let's play it again. Listen closely.
Now,
why do you play where he debunked the AE map? Why don't you play that, QE? So you made a claim. I'm not saying that Jaron didn't, but you made a claim.
if you weren't saying that, then don't worry about it. It doesn't affect you. For me, I can no longer, in good faith, teach the AE map.
That's it. He's done. Over.
Over. Oh, it's over. Oh, it's so over. It's been over for like 10 years, man. When's it going to be over? Huh? When's it going to be over? Every time you say something, it's over.
For Jaron right there, he's a liar. You know what I should do? Stop sharing my screen.
It's like Huey sit down at the chessboard and like move his pawn and say, "It's all over. It's all over. I've already won. You might as well quit."
Screen in Discord. Because there's nobody there. And let me remove myself from Discord. How about that?
Huey is like a Da Bears sketch from Saturday Night Live without the intellect.
Oh, boy.
I'm Huey.
It's all over.
Thermodynamics.
See if anyone else cut that out there. You guys get that? Any questions?
Yeah, why are you such a fucking dumbass, Huey? Why are you such a fucking half-wit? That would be my question. He can't hear me. Hey, Twitch.
Any questions whatsoever? The chat. There's a lot of chat in here, guys. So it's moving slowly. Yep.
I didn't know you had to have a filter on your propane line.
He just train wrecked himself.
I train wrecked himself. Oh, it's a train wreck. I train wrecked himself. What is he wearing? What the fuck is this he's wearing?
Any questions? I'm going to have to wait until all the text messages get down. Let's check out. Do we have any more super chats? What's the last one I did? Oh, that one. Yeah, Theo Megawardy again. Great show, QE. Thank you. Easy listening, efficient, concise. Thank you. Yep, I do my best. Yep. So he just train wrecked.
It's just so pathetic. We've been on for it's a 3.5 hour stream of him crying about something that's not important,
Himself. He's a demonstrated
completely inconsequential.
liar for everyone to see. Makes no damn sense. He's got to debunk stuff twice, I guess. Let's kill that horse again. Let's hear it one more time. I can't wait for the chat, man. It's taken. I don't know why it's taken so long. We're like back 2 hours ago. We'll head back to it. I'll play it one more time for everyone. I mean, Mr. Magoo is blushing over this. Oh, I got to start it.
I cannot tell me.
What the fuck? What the fuck does Mr. Magoo have to do with it? What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean that. Then don't for 10 years.
He loves Mr. Magoo for some reason.
That there isn't one. Now, if you weren't saying that, then don't worry about it. It doesn't affect you. For me, I can no longer, in good faith, teach the AE map.
There you go. There's the lie. That's it.
I can.
I mean, you talk about desperate.
Not talk about it to my son. I cannot.
Well, you couldn't talk about it to your son from 2016 because you debunked it back then. Remember? Nathan, Antonio Subrats, our Adam Meekin here, Globe Dumpsters Bob, and you. You. Darren.
Then why did all of them keep using it, dipshit?
You're toast.
Not present it to my audience because it is not feasible. It is not possible.
Yes, from 2016. So why did you need to go to Antarctica? That's the question, isn't it?
To prove you wrong, dumb fuck. To prove all flat earthers wrong. To prove that the sun does something that it cannot possibly do on flat earth.
Yes, it is. That's the full Monty.
It's very simple to come to that conclusion on your own.
And it's full FOOL Monty.
There's no lies here. There's no.
You just got done lying. And when they tell you, when people tell you that they're not lying, they're fucking liars.
Self-awareness much?
Like we were talking about earlier. You just lied, dude. It's all over for you. Never recover.
Selling out. There's no globe cucking. There's a map called the AE map.
You can't recover. Yeah, that was debunked by you in the group back in 2016.
The farthest the sun goes on the AE map is the tropic.
And for a cherry on
We'd all like to see QE's evidence.
top, it's a globe projection.
Yeah. Yes. The flat earth, any flat earth map is a projection of the globe. You can't have a flat earth map without the globe.
You debunked a globe projection.
In order to make a map accurate, you have to wrap it back around the globe from which it was projected from, which makes it match reality.
Does that resonate with you? definitely doesn't resonate with the Globetards. They're like, oh, what's a shoelace? Okay.
What's a what? What's a what?
Oh, what's a shoelace?
What's a seal? See, if you're going to insult someone, you probably should speak so that they can understand you.
Look at idiots. My
Of
God.
Capricorn.
Or else it's not very effective, right? If some Greek person stands next to me and starts insulting me, I'm not insulted because I can't understand what they're saying. Shoelace? I don't know.
Shoelace. Oh, what's a shoelace?
Okay.
Idiots. My God.
Of Capricorn. I was down at the Tropic of Capricorn.
That's
First thing I
amazing.
noticed, wow, that sun sets south and it looks pretty bright over there.
I mean, people are actually intimidated by him. They really are. It's fucking amazing.
Amazing. Probably did the same thing it did back in 2016 when you guys debunked it.
1:30 in the morning. Why is it still bright in the south? Shouldn't the sun be going off to the right and back behind me? Next thing you know, we're flying that direction. The sun is in the sky with us when we leave Punta Arenas.
You'll never recover from this.
We fly 4 hours. The sun's in.
What were the colors
See, this is damage control. The true definition.
of the doors on the latrine in the plane? You'll never recover from this.
The sky with us.
See, he keeps having to chant that over and over again so his listeners will think it. Because his listeners are very, very gullible, very easily manipulated, very sycophantic.
It ropes around and can be seen in the.
Speaking of ropes around, remember when I told you she'd be hung by a friggin' yardarm? Hanoi Jaren?
Hung by a yardarm? You don't hang someone by a yardarm. You hang them from a yardarm. And is that inciting violence? Talking about inflicting bodily harm on someone?
Treacherous, treasonous traitor, you.
Treason is only applicable to a time of war. We're not at war. If we are, you're losing.
Remember that? It's all come home to roost again, hasn't it?
South. Think again. Remember I just said the furthest south that the sun goes is
your sister's house.
No, your mom's box. The furthest it could go is the Tropic of Capricorn. It can't be seen further south than that. And it most certainly can't be seen south of 80 degrees south latitude. So that debunks your flat Earth.
the Tropic of Capricorn. So if I go south of that on a flat Earth, should I be able to see the sun in
on a flat Earth or on an AE map? They think it's a.
It's one and the same, man. It's one and the same. The E map is a representation of your flat Earth. They keep wanting to deny that. It's almost adorable.
Model too. All of them do. That's the two UFOs and the idiot globetards. They think maps are models. And
yes, a map is a model. A map is a physical representation of the model of the Earth. Fuck, man, what an idiot.
They debunked the AE map model, which is a globe projection.
Of course, you don't think a circle can be tangent to another circle, or a line can be tangent, or you can't measure tangency. See, that's how fucking dumb you are. So I wouldn't be talking about how stupid people are.
And this idiot was part of the group that did it in 2016, but he had to go back down in 2024 to debunk it again. You'll never recover.
In my South, the answer is simple. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. You're an absolute moron and you're busted.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
And as soon as that's seen, and you can verify, and you talk to people,
Wait, Kiwi thinks he's so important, doesn't he?
when you find out it's there every day, and we watch it for 4 days in a row, and it never.
Why would you need to do that just one time? That's it.
They think they can excommunicate people from their cult. It's hysterical.
It's all over, black and white.
I mean, they claim it's not a religion, right? And they claim it's not a cult, but they can excommunicate people from it.
Which you guys already did in 2016. Remember?
Deviates. Then you realize, oh fuck, the AE map is wrong.
Oh my God, the AE map's wrong again. Do you realize that that's a globe projection? Jaron?
Yeah, so how could it be a globe projection if the Earth isn't a globe, man? How could that happen, Quantum Eraser? Seriously, come on, man. No one's buying your bullshit anymore.
Hanoi?
So he Quantum Eraser says it's a globe projection, but he denies that there's a globe to project it. That's how fucking dumb this guy is.
One each? You're a clown, man.
You just wow. Okay.
You need to go back.
Is Kiwi married? I don't know. I have no idea.
The rocks cause waterfalls. There's safety there for you.
Now, am I going to be called names for being honest like that?
You're not
Yeah.
honest. You just lied.
Look at what this community has devolved to.
It's not the community. You are a frigging liar. I just demonstrated it. Nothing
Yeah, you were a liar too, Kiwi. You're a bigger liar.
about the community. Now, there's no projection on any community that doesn't exist. You're a liar. You're a scumbag. You're a dumbass, too. Yellow spine putts with an air of...
Yellow spine putts. You refuse to come out of your echo chamber, Kiwi. You're a cowardly little bitch. A yellow-bellied, lily-livered, spineless, bitch-made motherfucker.
Baby Huey.
That in order to not be called names.
Punk-ass, bitch-made, lily-livered, yellow-bellied, spineless coward.
In order to not be called names? Now, we're not calling you a name. You are a liar. Demonstrated. Over.
In order to not be told I'm a pedophile.
All right, that's a bit too far. Whoever said that, then they're way, way, way out of line. No one over here said that. You're just a liar, sir.
And I'm going to see my final day.
Probably was, Sovereign Soul probably called him that. Sovereign Soul likes to call everybody he doesn't like chomos.
I have to just lie.
Well, if you've been getting threats like that, that's still over the line.
Oh, sorry.
And say, nope, there's no sun
I
that
didn't mean to
circles
hit
down
that.
there. Nope, it's a deception set up by Duffy the Satanist.
You see what, what's his name selling? That university piece of shit, the fucking Gleason map blankets for like $40 that he probably has made for $5 a piece.
Or I can be honest and tell you we were wrong.
You were wrong about what? The AE globe projection? Didn't you know that in 2016? Yeah, you did. Liar.
And you can be honest and say, okay.
Anytime you hear honest this and honest that and honest, I'm telling you, they're liars. Pro tip.
Let's go back to the drawing board.
Why do we need to go back to the drawing board? A globe projection bit the dust. Time to go clean the bathroom.
No, the flat Earth bit the dust. That's what bit the dust, buddy.
This is what has become of flat earthers.
Nothing has nothing to
See, the flat Earth map is a projection of the globe. That was debunked as being actual. So, fuck off.
do with flat earthers, you moron of an Egypt. Nothing whatsoever.
Joe Hanvey is probably the only one that I've seen so far.
Joe Hanvey that you've seen so far. I'm telling you, I witnessed. We're going to go back.
Yeah, this guy here on 24hourwristbands.com. Custom plush fleece photo blankets. You get a 60 by 80 made for $23.99. 50 by 60, fit a twin bed, $19 each. He sells them for $40. He's doubling his money. Even if he only gets 25 at a time, it's $30 a piece. He still makes $20 each. So, pretty good grift.
He threw Joe Hanvey under the bus earlier in here.
Yeah, Joe Hanvey's a moron.
After her or something. Somewhere in here, he threw Joe Hanvey. He was making fun of him under the bus. Now, we got Joe Hanvey. What are you going to say now?
That actually is taking what was observed and say, okay, let's go and figure out how it works.
Now, he's a model savior. You can't make this up. I'm telling you, he did it in here.
Whereas everybody else is saying, it was fake. It was fake. Pay no attention.
So that's a false dichotomy. I'm not saying either. I'm saying you're a liar. And I just demonstrated.
No, there's absolutely no idea what a fucking false dichotomy is.
A few minutes ago. You'll never recover. You can't get out of it.
Somebody I respected said, it's a nothing burger. It means nothing.
It is a nothing burger. It's utterly meaningless. Didn't I speak to this before? You might not have been listening.
And maybe Brian's Logic heard you say that and repeated it, and it was brought up in the debate. And Brian's Logic denies ever saying that.
Best you've done within the affirming the consequent formological fallacies, two of them wrapped up into a false dichotomy.
You know that formal logical fallacies isn't one word, right? It isn't formological fallacies. It's not one word.
In your non-experiment, the best, the utter summit of the best then you could get from this is that the AE map, the globe projection, is debunked. That's it. That's all there is. A nothing burger. You get it?
No, your flat Earth was debunked. There's absolutely no way you could see a 24-hour sun on a flat Earth. On your flat Earth with your fucked up optics physics. Now, if you use regular optics, regular physics on a flat Earth, then the sun would never set. It'd be daylight all the time everywhere. But in your paradigm where light has a limit for some fucked up reason, you couldn't have a 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
Probably not. Ask your fleet of slobber nurses to explain it to you.
The slobber nurses. I was wondering when he was going to get to those.
Dumbass cracker.
That's where we go now when we...
No, that's not where we go now. It's a nothing burger. I just explained it to you. You ain't going to understand it, though. You're an abject moron.
Our observations don't match reality.
What reality? What observations don't match reality? Is the AE map a reality? Did you get your dumb ass down there on it and make some observations? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, observations are science, Kiwi.
It's a nothing burger. It means nothing.
Exactly. Thank you.
You can say that. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you
say
believe.
It.
But do not dare.
I can say it and then demonstrate it like I just did to my audience.
You don't ever demonstrate anything, Kiwi. You just say words. Saying words isn't demonstrating something.
Audience that's showing you to be an ass clown.
Try and pretend you're on the same footing as a globe believer.
Oh my God.
I mean, if I ask you to demonstrate how to shoot ducks, and you just go bang, 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 that's not demonstrating how to shoot ducks, is it? That's just you saying words.
God.
Globe believers.
All right, see you later, Joe. Thanks for stopping by.
Do not say when they see observations.
What is there another kind? Not globe believer, but seeing observations? Isn't that what people do? I'd like to hear of another way.
Who cares? It's a nothing burger.
Well, just out of the blue, if a globe idiot says, I don't care, it's a nothing burger. What, do they say that? I don't know. I could care less. What are you on about? Are you going to put like flat earthers that say that it's a nothing burger, like I just demonstrated, in a false dichotomy against some random globetard that you just conjured about saying something random like a nothing burger? You need to be institutionalized, dude.
Man, Kiwi really is boring, isn't he? Does he talk anything of substance?
I talked about this in the beginning. Let's hear that again. Yep. That's what you get.
That Steve Alonso guy. Vinca Gravelhead. Drink of Raggets. Vinca Drakivs. Or some shit, man. He just... Words I can't pronounce piss me off.
They have the same guy now in 2 documentaries.
Oh, it's perfect for them.
Allegedly proving the Earth is a globe. Yeah,
it's perfect.
Oh, it's Spot. There's Spot. Looks like a bass. It looks like a beagle. He looks like a beagle. His hair looks like ears. He's got a spot on one, like a white spot on his eyelid and his eyebrow, like he's got a puppy.
Yeah, that's Jaron. Yeah, you took a big picture look. Interesting.
For them, he's a pawn, and Austin was.
He's a pawn, and so is Austin. Let me get that. Let me go back. Sorry about that, guys. There we go.
Yeah,
it's perfect for them. He's a pawn, and Austin was a pawn.
I'm not saying he's a paid shield, Dave. I'm not. saying
but no, listen. You're not happy with his PR.
Again, do we need to read the quote about critics? Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, let's read the quote about critics. That was a belly laugher. You're still.
I was meaning to cover this, but I didn't.
Tied to that.
Yeah, it looks like Snoopy.
Mr. Man in the arena with his face marred with blood and dirt and muck. Yeah, you need to go back to that.
He looks like a guy who couldn't afford a Snoopy costume, so he just did it with makeup.
Little Miss Muppet. You're an ass clown.
Shit. What that guy who does nothing says.
That's you. Done nothing.
He's a minimalist community stage production Snoopy.
Zero. Except tube stake the flat earth twice.
He's the Broadway stage Snoopy. That's what he is.
That's what you've done.
Okay? Nobody gives a shit.
Here, let me see. Hold on. Snoopy on Broadway. Let me find a good one. There we go. Oh, you can't see it. That's a female playing Snoopy. That's cool. Yeah, I can't find any. I've seen them like like high school play fucking Snoopy. Yeah, there we go. He doesn't have like a black nose painted. I've seen where they like paint their nose black. Anyway, sorry.
No, we know you don't care. You're too stupid to care.
Care? I don't give one shit.
Hey, Maria. Hey, Rodent. Glad you made
We
it.
don't care that you don't care and don't give a shit. You liar.
You don't care so much. You just did 3.5 hours. Fucking love it.
Don't care how.
Yeah, we got it the first time. So if you keep on saying it, I don't care, I don't give a shit, I don't care, I don't give a shit, honestly, truthfully, then you do care and you do give a shit.
Really? Is that what you do when that happens? Is that what that means? Yes, elementary school pageant Snoopy. Exactly.
Thanks for that,
I mean, we've all seen it.
by the way.
How sad you are that the same guy is in 2 documentaries.
How sad a liar is. They'll lie to his teeth. Through his teeth.
I don't care. In both instances, I was honest.
Oh, my. Yeah, but we proved you a liar here today.
If you don't like it, get a life.
It's not that I don't like it.
And speaking as a completely unbiased person who has no kids, who doesn't have any bias, none of your kids are adorable.
It's not a liking moiety. It's just proving that you're a liar. Regardless of whether somebody likes it or not.
Alice, right? And
No, David. It's more than that. It's that our enemies, the people promoting the globe against flat Earth, they have the same guy now in 2 documentaries.
Oh, it's perfect for them.
Allegedly proving the Earth is a globe. Yeah,
it's perfect for them. It's perfect. It's great propaganda for them.
Because you
In 2 documentaries, it's only been in 1.
say that.
For them, who are them?
I didn't say that. I don't even believe in proof. So you're not talking about me.
So, he doesn't believe in proof. Did you hear that? I want you to write that down. It's part of the title of this show, by the way.
You don't.
Because you say that. I didn't say that. I don't even believe in proof. So you're not.
Jaron doesn't even believe in proof, ladies and gentlemen. Which has got to be one of the stupidest things I ever heard. But write that down. I'll play it again for you so you can write it down.
Great propaganda for them.
Because you say that. I didn't say that. I don't even believe in proof.
Jaron. December 2024. I don't even believe in truth. Oh, boy.
So you're not talking about me.
And unfortunately, he fell into that.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
Listen, he's going to have to live in that for, a while.
I don't give a shit.
Yes, you do. You've been saying you don't give a shit and you don't care for a long time now. You definitely give a shit.
I have to live in what? Being honest? Telling the truth?
No, I already proved you were a liar a few minutes ago. Notice how he's saying honesty and keeps saying it over and over and over again. Yep, liar.
Oh, boy. I'm so scared.
Yeah, you are. Yep. Thanks for.
Are we done? I'm done. I'm done with this dumb fuck. Hey, Ice Cube. Sorry, we're about done. Sorry about that. I can't take any more of this idiot. He's fun like maybe once a month, but he's just boring. He's just boring as fuck. At least when I call someone a name, I prove it. I back that shit up with evidence. He's just an idiot. Just a bully. So thanks for watching, guys. Click like, subscribe if you haven't. Click the bell notification or make sure it's turned on. Drop a penny in the kitty if you can. And until next time, thanks for watching.